Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Afternoon Tune. We're here doing a post Super Bowl show here. Thank you to my co-host here, Nick, for showing up.
Hello.
It's a
Yep,
late night. I
always.
know it's pretty late for everybody. Probably a lot of you are still up right now, and we also got a special guest, Hunter. Thank you, Hunter.
Is it a special guest if they're on like every week? At what point? At what point?
Not every week.
Almost every week. But hello, everyone. Happy Super Bowl Sunday, unless you're a 49ers fan, which, whew, yeah.
That was rough.
We'll talk about it, but yeah, oof.
Yeah. So since we're doing, like I said, we planned this out doing a Super Bowl post show. This was Super Bowl 58. Congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs. They end up winning when we did our last year when we did our Super Bowl post show. The Kansas City Chiefs also won that one as well when we did that one. So shout out to them. Yeah, you saying so? You gonna say so?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I was a lot drunker on that review. But that is not the case this time. Actually, I've not even smoked today, but I am filled with a very righteous anger, which I will get to here as we talk about the game.
Yeah, so we're going to be breaking down the game first. We're going to do the commercials. We're going to do the halftime show, and we'll get into some of the big trailers that happened during the game. Yeah, so we're going to get into all that good stuff there. But how you doing, guys? How you doing there, Nick?
I'm good. I just came back from watching the game at a coworker's house. Did not get completely obliterated like I usually do most Super Bowl Sundays. So I had to come on and talk with all of you fine people.
Fair.
Nice. Okay. Hunter, what about you, man? How was your day? What did you end up doing for the Super Bowl? Did you go to somebody's house? Did you just watch it at your house?
Yeah, so my bestie Colin invited my partner and I over, but unfortunately my partner, she works at a bar, like bar restaurant, so they were slammed like all day today. So by the time she got home, she just wasn't feeling like going anywhere. I'm like, that's fair. So and she doesn't care about the game anyway. So I was like, hey bud, like I love you. We'll hang out soon. But I was just sitting on my couch with the cat watching it. And being unemployed is still just very weird because like my sleep schedule is non-existent right now. So I've just been like Nick's in the chat, sometimes I'll be like, oh, it's 10:30 a.m. I just woke up. Hi, everyone. I mean, the game itself was alright until like the last quarter. Then it really picked up. But it was kind of a weird game as far as pacing and all that.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna get into that. I'm just posting on all the stuff here. I'm just posting on Twitter, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky. If you want to follow us, the Afternoon Tune, you can do so. We're on all the social medias. If you want to follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/Afternoon Tune. Usually streaming every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Usually 8 p.m. Central Standard Time there. At 3:44, trying to make it to 400 followers. I'd say by the end of February, trying to make it to 400 followers.
Yeah, let's go.
Awesome if we could do that. So that'd be awesome. Follow us there. So yeah, all that good stuff there.
Oh, that's the stuff. There we go. It's like when Popeye gets a spinach.
Right. All right. So let's get into this discussion. I don't want to keep you guys for too long here. Yeah. So Super Bowl 58, the Kansas City Chiefs won 25-22. Like you said, thoughts on the game there, Hunter? It's pretty. I don't know. It was not as probably high scoring game as some people expected. Some people are expecting it to be in the 30s. I think somewhere between there. What was the Vegas line? What was the Vegas line for this game?
Oh, I have no idea.
Let me see if I can search the Vegas line for this Super Bowl here. But yeah, so probably a lot low scoring than what people expected, and what people had in mind. But yeah, Kansas City ended up pulling it out. Overtime game, which is always good to see. This is the second time it's happened in Super Bowl history. An overtime game. The first time it ever happened was the Patriots game. Were they there? And yeah, they end up going overtime. San Francisco won the coin toss. They end up getting a field goal on their drive, but Kansas City came back and won a touchdown on their drive. What did you see in this game, Hunter, and why do you think that KC pulled it out?
Kyle Shanahan's a fucking idiot. I like look, it's just time to start saying it. He was on that Falcons team that gave up that lead to Tom Brady and the Patriots because they didn't run the fucking ball and they kept throwing it and getting incompletions and stopping the clock. And that's exactly what happened here. The Chiefs made multiple mistakes. They like picked off Mahomes. There was a fumble that the running back Isaiah Pacheco got in the red zone. So they had opportunities to like, close this out. And Nick being into MMA and everything, like he'll in a fight. When you get a chance to step on someone's neck and just in the fight, you don't out, you in the shit. And Shanahan's kind of had this aura about him, this reputation of letting teams hang around, and you can't let Pat Mahomes hang around, and they kept letting him do it. And I was just sitting, like, as I mentioned, my partner doesn't watch football, but she even watching the game, and I was telling her, I'm like, they're letting them hang around, they're going to come back and win, and that's exactly what happened. And they have a Christian, the 49ers have Christian McCaffrey, who used to be on my Carolina Panthers. Absolutely love Christian McCaffrey. Runs CMC as he is known. One of the baddest white boys in sports. I fucking love Christian McCaffrey.
He had 22 carries, 80 yards, and he also had 8 receptions, and then 80 yards and 1 touchdown. So
there is
go
ahead. No, you're good. You're good.
I'm saying if they ended up winning, I think he probably would have. I think he probably would have won MVP.
He definitely would have won MVP and he would have deserved it. But the problem is a lot of those runs were kind of too little too late. They were doing a lot more in the fourth quarter. They really should have been doing that in the third quarter to set the tone, and they really weren't. And so it's the same thing that happened with the Ravens. The Ravens, I think, ran the ball like 18 times overall. And they didn't slow down the clock, and they didn't keep Mahomes off the field. And that's what the 49ers should have done, and they didn't. And it ended up costing them. It sucks if you're a 49ers fan, because I think, you've got Brock Purdy, who his story is really cool, being like the last pick in the 2022 NFL draft, through happenstance and some good luck, ending up being the starting quarterback of the 49ers, end up playing really well. But, he's unproven. He's only been playing for a couple years, and this is like the biggest stage, in sports. And he just didn't make plays when he needed to. And sometimes it just comes down to that. So it's unfortunate if you're a 49ers fan, because you were this fucking close. You even got the game into overtime. And I was like, maybe they pull it out, and they let Mahomes hang around, and so it sucks. If you're a 49ers fan, I feel bad for you, because this wasn't like they didn't get the brakes beaten off them or anything like that. But a couple of adjustments, I think we're having a different conversation. But Pat Mahomes is special. Like, at the end of the day, this is his third Super Bowl. He's 28, which is insane. And I think he'll retire with at least 5, honestly. Like, I think 5 is like the low end. They have to be the favorites heading into next season already. I don't think a team, maybe the Patriots might have. Actually, no, I don't think they even did. No one's ever three-peated in the NFL. So the Chiefs are now chasing legitimate history come next season. And so I think they'll make some they'll get a receiver. They need to get a receiver, because they actually led the league in drop passes, which I was like, God damn, like, you lead the league in drops and you still win the Super Bowl. Like, holy shit, how do you fuck that up?
Whatever happened? So there was a player that was at a game, Tony. What did you know what happened to him? Why he was out? I didn't see. I was trying to look to see what the reason.
Kadarius Toney.
Yeah.
So if memory serves, Kadarius Toney just was dropping the ball so much, they basically were like, we don't want you to play. So like he'll get a Super Bowl ring because he's on the roster, but they were just like, nah, dude, we can't afford to have you fuck up our chances. So
Oh,
yeah, so
okay.
hey, good for him. He's getting paid for sitting at home. Um, but yeah, I mean, it sucks. It sucks if you're a 49ers fan, because I know a lot of um, I can't even remember last time they played the Chiefs. I think it was like 2019, maybe 2018
Yeah. It was
in the
Jimmy G
Super
was
Bowl.
quarterback.
Yeah. And so they had another chance to beat Mahomes, and this is the weakest Chiefs team by far that they've
Okay.
had, because they're playing with, um like, honestly, Nick would be a better wide receiver, like with most of the people they have, like, just
They
these guys who can't catch the goddamn ball, and they still found a way to win. So at this point, I don't I don't know if you can beat the Chiefs, honestly. Like, I really don't. Like, if they're in a game, they have a really great chance of winning. So, good luck, NFL, next season. Like, I like to see other teams win, which is why I was kind of like, I don't want to see the Chiefs win again, even though I like Mahomes. But, um, you know, I don't know
yeah.
what to tell y'all.
Yeah, it was a pretty slow game starting out. I think at the end of the first quarter, it was what, 3-0.
3-0, yeah.
San Francisco, they hit a field goal. Tightly contested game as far as defense wise. So both defenses I think played really well.
They did.
San Francisco played really well. They got a lot of studs on defense. Bosa. They also but also San Francisco was dropping guys. Their guys were dropping left and right. Like number
They were
27.
dropping like flies. Yeah. Greenlaw got hurt, might have torn his ACL, just
I
getting
thought it was
hype on the
Achilles.
sideline.
I thought they said Achilles. It was
Oh,
the
oh
AC.
my! Was it Achilles? It might have been Achilles,
Yeah.
but it's like, goddamn, like, what sort of bad luck? And like, Kittle left first series,
Yeah.
their tight end. So it's just like, I know sometimes it's just not your night, but yeah, it felt like they had multiple opportunities to kind of close this out, and they just couldn't find a way to. And
Yeah.
you gotta do that when you get the chance.
Yeah. Their guys are dropping left and right there as far as injury goes. Like I said, it just and then what happened with what's his name? Greenwald? Is it Greenlaw?
Greenlaw, yeah,
Greenlaw. It's just that it was a freak thing. He was running onto the field and then all of a sudden just went down. That's it. I
yeah.
mean, just sometimes some stuff just happens like that. Yeah. Any thoughts, Nick, at all? You watch much of the game?
I wasn't really paying attention to the game.
Okay, that's all right. But yeah, so yeah, he went down. I think what was the momentum shifter in the game is when the punt return happened, and then it went off the San Francisco 49ers player. Kansas City recovered it, and then they scored a touchdown that drive. I think they needed their offense was incredibly stagnant.
Yeah.
They had not scored a touchdown. It was the longest time they had possession without scoring a touchdown. I think in the history that Patrick Mahomes had been there. I think that's what the commentators were saying. Like on 14 plays, 14 series, that was the longest stretch that they hadn't scored a touchdown. But that was a big momentum shifter because I think at that point the game was it 10-3 at that point when they
10,
did
10-3, yeah.
and then they scored and yeah, it tied it up there. No, wait, was it 10-3 at that point? Because I thought no, they took the lead when he did that play, right? They took the
Correct,
lead.
yeah.
So I forgot what the score was when they did
I
it.
think it was they'd kicked the field goal, so I think it was 13-10 at that point.
13-10, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, so that's what it was. That's what had them take the lead in there, and he throwed it to MVS Marquez Scantlin there. So he did that. Really good design. So I think that was a big momentum shifter for the game there. And yeah, I mean, so do you think that it was more San Francisco lost it or Kansas City won it?
I mean, a little column A, a little column B, because again, Kyle Shanahan, man, he's just not good in Super Bowls. Like, it's kind of like this deer in the headlights sort of thing. It's like he forgets how to fucking coach. And again, you have Christian McCaffrey, who won Offensive Player of the Year, well deserved, by the way. Yeah, he fumbled on that first series, that wasn't great. But at the same, you keep feeding the beast, And I think Brock Purdy, that's where you see the difference in someone like Brock Purdy. This is his first Super Bowl. And then someone like Patrick Mahomes, who's been here, multiple times and has like done it on the biggest stage. And, it felt like I feel like Purdy just never got completely rid of the nerves that he had going on. And I think as the game uh, got more intense and we got closer to the fourth quarter and all that, it just felt like the walls started to close in on him. That Kansas City defense, Chris Jones, especially up front, and Nick Bolton, they really started adding pressure up front on Purdy and making him throw earlier than he wanted to and really move the pocket around. And it made his night very difficult. And Purdy's got weapons, he's got McCaffrey, he's got Kittle, he's got Deebo Samuel. He had what was the brother? Jennings, who props to him because Jennings is like a probably third maybe fourth string receiver on that team, and he had a game tonight. So I actually felt bad for him because I thought he was playing incredibly well, trying to give them a chance. And they did a really good job. The San Francisco defense did with with Nick Bosa and Chase Young and company of keeping Taylor Swift's boyfriend at bay, which I'll get to in a fucking second. But eventually Travis Kelce, that's a big ass dude who's fast, and he finally was able to start breaking through and just start creating these holes in the secondary, and that ended up being what got him. So Mahomes never looked. He looked rattled at points, but he never looked out of the game. And again, that just goes back to the 49ers not clamping down, I think, when they had chances to.
Yeah. Another big moment of the game was when they blocked the field goal. That was crucial because instead of going up 4, they only were up 3. So that was really big. So they only had to come back, and there wasn't a lot of pressure on them to get a touchdown because at that point it was 19-16 instead of it would have been 20-16. So if they get that extra point, then it's 4. So they have to score a touchdown at that moment. So that was very crucial that the rookie kicker allowed his, kind of kick low on the ball, and then they were able to kind of block it. So that was also very crucial there. That was a big defensive moment for special teams there. So Kansas City marched down the field. They do the field goal, tied up, go to overtime. And were you worried about KC at any moment? Because it did seem like the game they were rattled. There was that moment where Chris Jones called the whole defense over, trying to do a more motivational thing. At any moment, did you think that they were kind of rattled at all, or like, oh shit, they're in trouble?
I never thought they were out of the game, and that's the biggest issue that they had. Is that they had those chances and they just did not close the deal. I never felt like I think if the 49ers could have gotten up 10 points in the fourth quarter, then I think we're having a different conversation. But it just never felt like they knew how to put themselves far out of reach enough to keep it to make it harder on Mahomes. That whole last drive, I thought that last drive they were going to get a touchdown there because when they had that extra point blocked, to your point, I was just like, crap, now this means they don't have to score a touchdown, and they still almost scored a touchdown at the end of regulation. And once it got into OT, I was like, well, you guys better score a touchdown here or you're fucked. And that's exactly how it went down. So now I was never really super worried about the Chiefs. I was just kind of sitting there waiting for the kind of inevitable downfall. So
yeah, and good game of officiating. We don't have any controversial call of the referees getting in the way of the game. I thought they they officiated pretty well, pretty nicely there for the most part. And then, like you mentioned, this moment right here, everybody's talking about. This is already a meme already.
You're making me look bad in front of. You embarrassed me in front of Taylor.
Yeah, I mean, this has already been a meme already. Like you see, my girlfriend didn't fly all the way from fucking Tokyo to watch me lose. He's all in his face right here.
You're making me look bad in front of the Swifties.
I mean, what do you think happened in this moment here?
He was pissed, because they were getting beat, And honestly, I want someone who's gonna get pissed off when they're losing. Like I'm a horrendous fucking loser. I hate fucking losing. It pisses me off. And so I was so like when I saw him flip out, I was like, yeah, you're playing a Super Bowl. I think people take for granted too. And I'll just bring up Dan Marino. Dan Marino, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, got to the Super Bowl his second season. Yeah. Second season. And people are like, oh my God, you're so great. You'll get back here again. And he never did. Granted, the Miami front office did very little to help him out, but he never got back to another Super Bowl. So you don't know if you're going to actually get back again. And the NFC, they've got the Green Bay Packers with Jordan Love, who look like they could be really great moving forward. You've got the Detroit Lions. You've got the Eagles. You've got
Dallas.
I come on. You've got the Washington Commanders with Magic Johnson as a part owner now, who are going to be looking to make moves, this offseason. Like you've got teams in the NFC that are looking to actually compete. So the 49ers are a great team. They've got a great foundation, but it gets harder to get back each year. So it's not a given that the 49ers will be back next year. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of, we got the draft coming up in a couple months, which I always get hyped for because I always like to see how rosters are going to get moved and all that. But it's one of those things where they got another chance to get some Mahomes. They got a significantly, I would say, weaker Chiefs team than they did last time they played them. Last time they played them, they had Tyreek Hill. And there's no one on the offense. Like even Travis Kelce, all due respect to him, Kelce's 35, I think now, maybe 36,
in his mid 30s. Yeah, he's 34. And
34. Okay, yeah. But he's been playing tight end for a while. Like that's a physical ass position. Like he's looking slower. He's looking a little, He's been through a lot of battles, and so even he's looking slower. So Mahomes has really been kind of thrown to
the mailman.
Basically. And again, I'm not trying to shit on these players, but you led the league in drops. Like you're not helping your quarterback out, and you would see Mahomes actively on the bench just being like, guys, what the fuck? Like I'm putting the ball like in your hands, like just So this was the 49ers' best chance to win the Super Bowl, and they screwed the pooch. And so I don't think they'll get back there next year. If I'm just going off of my gut, and again, I'll change my mind, I'm sure, once we hit August. But I think the Eagles definitely have a better chance to get to the Super Bowl next year than the 49ers do, because I think they'll make some adjustments. But
who the Chiefs beat as well in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So, but it's wild to be a team that does so well all year and just fall short. It happens, but the way I think in which they fell short is what kind of kills you. So.
We do have Kelce's side of the story. This is what he says. I was just telling him how much I loved him very loudly in his ear. And it looks like Andy, it just like he snuck up on Andy. Like he didn't even see he was like right there. It's like he just also came up and his face, it just was like it did not almost knocked him down. It's like, Jesus, come on, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Why are you yelling at Midwestern Santa Claus like that? That's
Wow, so passionate. It's crazy how much he does look like his brother when he's got the beard. Like he's got the kind of the beard going, like how much he looks like Jason Kelce. Yeah, who retired this year. He was playing for Philly, who retired. And yeah,
which
you saw
sucks. That sucks. I wish he could have gotten a ring.
He didn't. I thought he got the ring when Nick Foles. Didn't he get a ring there?
Oh no, I think you might be right. You might be right actually on that. Yeah. Oh. I think you're right there. That's a guy I'd love to have a beer with. Kelsey's, I know you got the podcast, Afternoon Tune, Real Pineapple. We're great. If you want to have a beer sometime, fly us out.
Yeah.
clearly Taylor doesn't care about using her plane. Fly us out. We'll have beer with you.
Yeah. I mean, he was having a good time. You saw him in the press box. You saw, they cut to Taylor Swift. There was probably a bet like that in Vegas. How many times they're gonna cut to Taylor Swift? If you took a shot every single time, you probably be fucked up. If that happened. Um,
Yeah,
so it was Taylor Swift, it was Ice Spice, Blake Lively were
Mhm.
together.
yeah.
Um, who else was there? They cut to Jay-Z, they cut to Beyonce was there. Who else was also there?
Lady Gaga, fine ass Lady Gaga was
Lady
there.
Gaga, they cut.
Sup girl.
Yeah.
I'll say ma'am for her. Actually, she's lovely. There are other people there, but Usher, who killed that halftime show. He missed one note, people. It's fine. All right, he missed one fucking note in that whole performance. But I know there are other celebrities there. I'll be real. I was just kind of sitting here like, I'm kind of bored. Like let's get some more giddy up in this game. But
Yeah, it didn't really get excited until the third or after
Yeah,
half.
after halftime, that's when the game really picked up.
Yeah, because that first quarter, I was like, God damn, like I haven't napped today, but I could take a nap right now. Like, can we
So overtime comes, tied up, 19-19. Do the coin toss. San Francisco wins the coin toss. They do tails. They go down the field. And I thought that this is when the game was when that call was made of pass interference. I forgot who was on. That it was on the Kansas City player. I forgot. But pass interference was made. And that's when if they hadn't done that, they would have been done. It would have been 4th and 11 or something. And then they would have had to punt San Francisco. But they get that call. They go down, march down. That was a perfect opportunity for them to score that big mistake by KC. And KC made a lot of big mistakes. They fumbled. Pacheco fumbled. Interception. They made a lot of mistakes there. So, they come down and they just get a field goal. That's all they get. And that's it. And then KC comes down. And that's probably the best KC looked all game was when on that last drive. That's probably the best they looked all game. And then there was that nail biting moment. I think it was 4th and 1.
4th and 1. Yeah.
What are they going to do? And they opt to do. I think it was a Mahomes run.
They kind of did almost like an RPO for Mahomes and he just went ahead instead of passing or using the option, he just ran it for like 6 yards. So
yeah. Did you see that photo? People kind of clowning Patrick Mahomes and his body. They say he got a dad body. You saw that?
Wait, who the fuck cares? Like, that's the thing. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, he has to throw a ball. Like, did you see how often he ran on that last drive? Like, he kept running on them. Like, they just kept going, we're not gonna let you pass. He was like, oh, all right, 15 yards to run. Don't mind if I do. And he did that like 2 or 3 times. So doesn't really matter what he looks like. He's got rings and y'all don't.
This is peak 3-time Super Bowl MVP body right here. This is what you aim to be.
Hey, that's what peak performance looks like.
Exactly. This is what peak performance looks like right here.
Well, it's really it's funny. What's his name? Oh my gosh, Nikola Jokic, who's the current the reigning MVP.
Joel Embiid's reigning. He was the MVP before.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I meant Finals MVP. That's right. But yeah, Jokic though, like just this like pasty, tall looking white dude who looks like he would be the MVP of like your church league, but he is like one of the most like the best passers, maybe the best passer in basketball, and he has a total dad bod. But when you're that great at fundamentals and you're just that talented, you don't need to be fucking ripped. I think people forget how bad Tom Brady's 40 time run was. Like, if you look up Tom Brady's 40, he looks like remember in Ace Ventura when nature calls, when he gets shot with the tranquilizer darts and he's like trying to run. Like that's what Tom Brady.
A 5.17.
Yeah, that's horrendous. Like Tom Brady, like Tom Brady, but yeah, like, oh, here you go, perfect. Yeah, look at that. Oh my god, just what a goober. But yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, who wins in a race, him or Steven Seagal?
I mean, I still say I'm not going to insult the man. Tom Brady would still win, but but Steven Seagal. But Yeah, so it's yeah, people just want to hate on Mahomes because Mahomes is clearly chasing Brady at this point. And let's be real, the NFL has always had a narrative about black quarterbacks, and so the last thing they want is for one to even be close to Brady, which Mahomes is getting there a lot quicker than I think people would care to admit. So, anything to take a shot at Mahomes, people will do. But I mean, he's got his third Super Bowl MVP. Like, what are you gonna say?
So do you know the elite company that Mahomes now joins, now having 3 Super Bowl wins?
Yeah, it's like him, Montana.
Yep.
Oh God, who else has? Does Bart Starr? Does he have 3?
No.
No, he does not. Okay. Brady, obviously. Goddamn, I'm like going through my Rolodex. Shit, who else has 3? I'm actually like
Terry Bradshaw and Troy Aikman.
Damn. Oh, that's right, Aikman. Yeah, and I forgot about Bradshaw. So I mean, that's wild, and he's 28. Like,
yeah,
like even if Mahomes, like, let's just say Mahomes doesn't get back there next year, which, like, the AFC is fucking loaded because like you've got the LA Chargers, you've got the Ravens, you've got the Bengals, you've got
Bills.
You've got the Texans. Like, CJ Stroud is looking like he could be like that dude in a couple seasons. Like, the Texans look great. And there are a bunch of, like, I think the average age of players on the Texans is like 24, 25, right? Like, they're a young ass team. But the Texans are coming. So I mean, there's a lot of teams in the AFC that are going to be contending with the Chiefs next year. But even if Mahomes doesn't get there next season, I don't see him retiring with less than 5 Super Bowls, like, barring any, injuries or anything like that. He's been able to stay, pretty much injury free. But it's crazy how good he is already.
Yeah, I guess the Chiefs are the new Patriots. Everybody rooting for the Chiefs to fail. Everybody wants, Mahomes to fail, everything like that. So they're the new Patriots, I guess, now. But
I mean, to be fair, there's an added element to why people want Mahomes to fail that wasn't there with Brady. Just
true.
So,
but I was rooting for Lamar. I wanted him to go to the Super Bowl and win it. I thought
I did
fumbled
too.
there. They just weren't ready, I guess, for the big stage, bright lights, I guess.
I wanted a Baltimore. I wanted a Ravens Lions
Detroit.
Super Bowl. That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted that so bad. I think that actually would have been a more fun game to watch than this one, to be honest. But
yeah, especially Detroit underdog. They came out of nowhere to get as far as they did. That would have been really great.
Detroit could use a win right now because the Pistons are oof. They're
how many games have they won? Is at least double digits now?
Actually, that's a good question. I actually don't know off the top of my head. Detroit.
Yeah, let's
Pistons see. Record. They are. Oh my God, they are 8-44. God damn!
Wow, they're not even double digits. Holy crap!
Oh, that is. Wow, that sucks.
Yeah.
Whew, that's
so. Man, they needed something, yeah, but I don't know. It's tough. I don't think the Lions. I mean, can they get back here again next year to the NFC Championship? That's tough.
They are the lowest. They are 8-44, just for perspective.
Dead last in the Eastern Conference.
No, dead last in the league. They have won 15% of their games.
Wow.
Okay. So,
Detroit. Yeah, like I said, I think it's what you want. I think towards the end of the game is what you want. Nail biting game.
Oh yeah.
My heart was pounding. That's what you want, and they pulled it out. So, shout out to Kansas City. Shout out to Patrick Mahomes, 3-time Super Bowl MVP, 3-time champion. Chris Jones, I think he always shows up when he has to show up.
Yes, he does.
Big plays. Shout out to him. He's only 29, so he's going to be on that Kansas City defense for a minute. Shout out to the real MVP, Taylor Swift. Thank you, Taylor Swift. Thank you for bringing that white woman magic.
Okay, so let me. Okay, so you know what? You brought her up. I need to speak on her real quick.
Oh my God.
Because Something that is really pissing me off. If I hear one more of her fucking Swifties go Taylor Swift's boyfriend, Travis Kelsey. That's his fucking name. Don't like. I always hear women go, "Don't trivialize me down to just my relationship. Call him by his fucking name. His last name's on the back of his fucking jersey. Like, for fuck's sake. It's like the NFL's doing half the work for you. Just learn his first name. It's not hard. Travis Kelsey. Like, Jesus Christ, people. Stop being so lazy. But sorry. Anyways.
It's funny. You say that, and I'm looking up on Twitter just to see some good material for the show. And Hillary Clinton, she said, "Congratulations to Taylor's boyfriend and entire Kansas City."
Jesus Christ! This is my point. Well, okay, well that bitch doesn't even know how to pump gas, so like why is she on Twitter anyway? But couldn't even beat Trump. Like layup.
So before we get into the halftime, one more thing about the game. What do you think is going to be the biggest narrative after this tomorrow? What are people going to be mostly talking about? What is going to be the biggest narrative?
Unfortunately, it's going to be Taylor Swift. It's going to be something like, God, I can already hear the headline: "Love story: Travis Kelsey and Taylor Swift on top of the world." Like, I can already hear it. Like, it's going to be something like that. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Love and Lombardi.
Oh, God Almighty! Like. So I've been having arguments with a couple of my friends over the last couple of weeks about Taylor Swift, and I'm so goddamn over her. So, but I know that's what the narrative is going to be. It's going to be something like her love helped propel Travis Kelsey in those last couple of minutes when he was tired. Oh God, see, just gag.
This is the all-American couple, man. This is
Yeah,
what people want to see, man.
Yeah, you know, never mind the fact she was dating a racist a few months ago, but let's just sweep that under the
Hey, that's what could be more American than that? You know, dating a racist and coming back.
Yeah, goddamn, I'm so over Taylor Swift. It's just she bothers me so much. Like, you know, Captain Planet would hate her, by the way, just off that fucking jet. But yeah, that'll be the narrative. It'll be like, Taylor Swift and, you know, Taylor Swift and Kelsey on top of the world. Like, that'll be the narrative. So yeah.
It's always sad too at the end of the game when you see like all the confetti come down. You just see the 49ers play the losers to sit there in the
man, they look
and the cameraman just going to the 49ers.
Man, so that I felt bad, man, because they showed I think it was Brandon Ayuk, the wide receiver. And he just looked like he wanted to kill himself. He looked like he wanted to be anywhere but there in that moment. It's just like, damn, dude, that because like you start training in like, you know, OTAs start late June, July. Like, so you're doing this shit from July to February, like trying to just get to this moment, putting in all this work, putting in all this travel, putting all these, you know, study sessions and all that. And just to get that close, like that's gotta hurt, you know? And you gotta think about this shit all off season. Like, you know, it sucks. It really does suck. So, I mean, the cameraman did a great job of capturing that. You remember in Parks and Rec when Ron takes a sad picture of Adam Scott's bin? He's like, "Oh, sadness. That's the one." Like that's all I kept. That's all I kept thinking. Just seeing those 49ers players, they all look so goddamn depressed.
Yeah. So halftime show. Usher came in. I forgot. I think we discussed Hunter beforehand. Who would do the halftime show? I don't think any of us had Usher. I had Taylor Swift. She was there in another way.
Yeah,
so in a way, I did kind of win. In a way,
you did. I'll give you half credit for that.
So I did kind of predict that. So thoughts on Usher halftime show, Nick? What's your thoughts on halftime show there, man?
Okay, that halftime show was kind of fucking awesome.
Okay,
it was like the stage presence, the outfits, how every number transitioned into one another. It was just a damn good time.
Yeah. Do you think better than the last 3 or 4 Super Bowl halftime?
I honestly didn't really pay attention to the last couple halftime shows.
But this one you were glued in. This one you in.
Well, this is the first time I've actually sat down and watched the game start to finish.
Okay. And last year was Rihanna, right?
Yes.
Rihanna last year.
Who, like, let's keep it real. She did a great fucking shout out to Bradley, who Nick and I gave, and everyone in the chat gave a ton of shit to, because he was like, guys, I think she's pregnant. We're like, dude, what the fuck? How dare you say something? And then later on that night, it was like, oh, she's pregnant. It's like, all right, like
we gotta
we
apologize to we gotta
Yeah.
apologize to Bradley, friend of the show, critic of one of us, father to 37 children.
Yeah,
you should be taking his advice. He's got 80
Dude, I know, and honestly, like
Yeah,
Nick and I talked about it. We're like, why did we even question him? Like,
why he knows, he has the sixth sense about this.
Yeah, like that's our bad. But which he did make a great joke in the chat. He was like, yeah, I'll let you guys know if Usher's pregnant. I was like, all right. I was like, well played. But
Usher isn't, but Mrs. Martin might be at the end of the night.
Dude, you ain't lying. There will be some kids definitely being made in Vegas tonight. Because that halftime show, like, it's kind of crazy. To date myself here, I remember 8701 came out. That would have been my fresh. But you just go through the discography. Usher has hits, man. Like, it's kind of wild when you just start going down the line. You realize, god damn, this guy really doesn't miss.
Yeah, he's more than just the 3 songs that get played in clubs all the time. He's more than just that joke in the Boondocks.
Which I told the chat, I told Nick, I was like, I was waiting for Tom to show up to sing Burn. Like, that's the only way this performance could have probably been better if they had that. Usher missed this one note. Whatever, it's one note, it's fine. You guys still love Taylor Swift.
One note in a 13-minute performance live, singing and still dancing the way he does in his early 50s.
A rock band would give you an expert like on that. You get a 99% on that. But
he's 45.
Oh, it is mid 40s.
I mean, and looks fantastic too. Like, looks like he's barely aged, which, I mean, good for him. Because there's that point, of course, where he pulled the Jeff Hardy and took his shirt off, and everybody was like, "Oh my god!" And then, but
now that would have been a good moment to cut to Taylor Swift. That would have been a good moment,
right?
That would have been a great moment.
They show Taylor Swift, but no, I thought the performance was great. He went through. I was a little bummed we didn't get My Way. That's like my one, because that's kind of what started it all off. That would have been nice, but.
I was kind of mad we didn't get Trading Places.
That actually, I wouldn't have minded Trading Places. So I mean, there's that's really my only real gripe. But I mean, he did My Boo with Alicia Keys, which so I've been listening to Club Shay Shay because I'm a big Shannon Sharp fan, and Shannon Sharp is doing the Lord's work right now because he exposed what a piece of shit Tyler Perry is, which I've been telling y'all for years. But he had Usher on there, and he just flat out asked Usher, like, "Hey man, like what is it with you and these girls?" And he's like, and Usher's just like, "Oh, don't I deserve to have fun?" Just straight up admitting, I'll fuck your girl, no questions asked. So you're just like, god damn, dude, no shame in this game. I respect it.
At least he's straight up about it.
Yeah, no, I would rather have someone admit they're an asshole than try to be a better person they are and lie about it. I appreciate he looked dead down the lens and was like, "Yeah, I'll fuck your girl." It's like, yeah, okay, fair. Just don't take your girl around Usher. It's a very simple.
So Keke Palmer's husband had a reason to be mad.
So I think we were talking about, Nick, where on Hustlers, when J-Lo's give him that lap dance, Usher is like, he is handsy like a motherfucker. He's like, "Oh, don't mind if I do," and I'm sure Derek Jeter at the time was like, "What the fuck, dude?" And he's like,
"Little motherfucker."
Yeah, he's like, you can't run, you can barely run bases anymore, motherfucker. What are you gonna do? I'll dance out of the way. So, props to Usher for admitting that he's a womanizer. Man.
Yeah. So special guests, we had Alicia Keys come out. Like you said, they did My Boo. You also
Looking
had
fine, by the way.
her. She came out and she played the guitar.
Also fine and absolutely shredded that.
Yeah, killed it.
And Lil Jon also was a special guest.
Yeah. So happy to see him.
Yeah. Who was the other guy? I was trying to figure out who the other.
The other guy that was Jermaine Dupri.
Jermaine Dupri, yeah.
Okay, looking like an altar boy or something.
who produced My Way and has produced a lot of Usher songs. So
Okay, yeah. At first, I thought that was CeeLo Green. I was like, no, that's not CeeLo Green.
I
kind
of thought it was
out there
CeeLo for a second.
Was CeeLo not? Was that not CeeLo at a point? I thought it was CeeLo.
I think it was.
No, the one who was dressed like the little schoolboy, that was Jermaine Dupri.
Oh, that was Jermaine Dupri. Okay,
that was him. And then who was the dude who showed up looking like a Power Ranger? Came out right. I don't know who that was.
Oh, that was Luda, wasn't it?
No, not Luda, but the other guy. The other guy had the mask on.
Oh, that was will.i.am.
Okay, Will.i.am. That was Will.i.am.
Oh, that's who it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or as I said, was in the chat because I was just like, man, don't the Black Eyed Peas feel like they were forever ago? Like I know Where's the Love was not that long ago, but man, that white girl just fucked that group up. Because listen to Black Eyed Peas before Fergie joins, and you're gonna be like, wow, they kind of sound like the Roots. They could be something, and then they go in a totally different direction. And yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you forget Luda. Luda also came out. Luda with the big fro, old school Luda, early 2000s Luda.
Looking like Sora from Kingdom Hearts 2 in Valor form. I was like,
looking like he's about to, hop on a light cycle in Tron.
Yeah.
Also that, yeah. Like, I mean, and Ludacris really hasn't aged. Like, I think people forget there was a time he wasn't hacking computers and and hitting dap with Paul Walker. It's like, no, Ludacris used to rap back in the day and was really great at it, actually. Ludacris actually has two of my favorite rap albums ever. I fucking love Ludacris, but it was nice to see him out there. The marching band that Usher had out there was fucking awesome. Like they crushed their shit. I'm blanking on what song it was for, but
it was for yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. But they killed it though. Like it was it was a great halftime show. Like I saw, as you always do, and I'll just say too, like you see this way more with the black artists than you do with the white artists. Because I remember people defending, Gwen Stefani when Sting. Let's be weird. Let's be real. Swizz Beatz is like Ernie from Sesame Street looking motherfucker. Like like Alicia Keys would be upgrading significantly just in the looks department if you were to get with Usher. But I mean, I remember when that song came out, and it's like, wow, these two powerhouse, incredible powerhouse voices. Swizz Beatz is just like he's not an attractive man. He just isn't. Like the brother's an amazing producer, but he just, like he's very lucky and he needs to hold on to her tight. But but yeah, like the costume change that Usher did halfway through was really well done. He had those I think they were the custom Jordans that he had that I was dancing around on. I was like, those are fucking clean. I think you can find those online, but those custom Jordans he had were fucking beautiful. But yeah, I mean the stage performance was incredible. The dancers were great. I'm a big guy when it comes to lighting, and the way that the stage was lit up was in between songs was really fucking cool and creative. It was a really great performance just all around. Like I said, outside of that one goddamn note, people that he missed, he fucking crushed it. And I would say I liked it as much as I liked the Rihanna performance. I didn't like it more than the Kendrick Mary J. Blige. Yeah, that is probably still That's probably my favorite halftime show. Like I've actually gone back a couple times and rewatched that and just been like, God damn, this just flows kind of perfectly, start to finish.
Well, this one you didn't have 50 Cent hanging upside down like a duck on a window.
I mean, true. Like I would have minded 50 Cent showing up, but it was yeah, they could have done I Still Kill. That would have been cool. But yeah, this is a really great halftime show, and
this is
actually
Rihanna one. I forgot a little bit of this one. They kind of did that.
Yeah, Pregnant and Still Fine, but hers was really great. I thought Lady Gaga's was fucking fantastic. The only one I remember in recent memory just being like, "Oh, make this stop," was Coldplay's. I was just like, "This is just not."
Yeah, it was
like
for me, it was like Coldplay's. It was a Maroon 5's. It was a.
Oh, that's right, Maroon 5 did.
I was like, okay, can we cut this shit down?
I always put the Maroon 5 one out of my head because it's just like, oh man, like y'all just
Maroon 5 was Maroon 5, Travis Scott, and Big Boy who did it.
Yeah.
I always
Big Boy's there. Yeah.
I always hate the Katy Perry one. I think that one sucks.
Hey, she's just left shark.
Yeah, but that's a woman who is barely talented enough to have a recording voice, let alone to be doing the Super Bowl. Like, yeah.
I also think the J-Lo Shakira one wasn't really all that good.
So I actually thought the energy they brought to that one, because Shakira, like at worst, is an amazing performer. J-Lo just isn't. Like, she's just not a good singer. Like, she has a very good recording voice, and if you put bells and whistles, or kind of like when you feed a baby and you go, "Here comes the airplane," you just kind of need to distract from the fact that J-Lo's a very good performer. She's not a great singer. But for something like the Super Bowl, if you are a great performer, that can mask some of your shortcomings as a singer. But Katy Perry isn't really a great performer, and even with her voice, it feels like she's singing down all the time, which is weird. So I actually thought this halftime show was pretty good. I mean, Eye Candy alone, I was like, God damn. But yeah, like there haven't been a lot of like banger halftime shows in the last decade. I can't even remember if I think it was the Coldplay one where Bruno Mars and Beyonce both showed up. I remember I was like, "Oh shit, let's go!" And then they left, and I was like, "Oh, we're back to Coldplay."
No, come back!
Yeah, it was like because on the Katy Perry one, Missy Elliott came out, and I was like, "Holy shit, someone with talent!" And I was like so excited. And then she Katy Perry was going like, "What?" Whenever she was doing Work It, and I was like, "Oh, girl,
Lenny Kravitz was in here. I forgot Lenny Kravitz was.
Yeah, Lenny Kravitz. Yeah, Lenny Kravitz is great.
No.
Speaking of someone who doesn't age, I mean,
yeah. Lenny Kravitz. Yeah. Also, the Weeknd one wasn't that good either. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He did do. Oh God, look at how just my God, it's just.
Yeah, I don't understand why she. Because do they have a song together, her and Kate? Do they?
No, they don't.
No,
I didn't understand why she got brought out.
It felt like someone saw her run through of her performance, and they're like, "Okay, this needs something. Like we will get booed out of the stadium if we don't get."
Where was the Super Bowl that this?
I don't even remember. It's just
who the hell knows?
But I just remember when it was like Katy Perry's doing the halftime show. I was like, "Oh, cool." Like, is there a fish tank screensaver I could watch it instead? Like, I'd probably prefer that.
Can we just tune over to the Nickelodeon broadcast and watch the new Sweet Victory?
Right, watch the Puppy Bowl.
So Usher, his set list was Caught Up, You Don't Have to Call, Superstar, Love in This Club, Ain't Got You, sung by Alicia Keys, My Boo, Alicia Keys and Usher combo, Confessions Part 2, Nice and Slow, Burn, Bad Girl, You Got It Bad, OMG, Turn Down for What, sung by Lil Jon, and then sung by Lil Jon, Ludacris, Will I Am, and then Usher.
I have danced on a lot of white women because of Usher, so as far as I'm concerned, he is like thumbs up in my book, buddy. Thanks for all the hits, but yeah, like I thought this was a great halftime show. I had a lot of fun with this, and again, what's one thing that is cool about these artists who do it right is that you get that reminder of, oh yeah, they have a lot of good music. I should go through and like Rihanna's someone I genuinely like listening to a lot, and but she's just not in my regular rotation. And after last year's Super Bowl, I was like, yeah, there actually are a lot of songs of hers that I enjoy, and I actually found myself going back through and kind of refamiliarizing myself with her music, with her catalog. It's like, okay, yeah, like there's a lot of great shit here. So same thing with Usher. I've been listening to Usher for the last couple of weeks since his Club Shay Shay interview, and it's just like, yeah, there's a lot of bangers on here, like just throughout his career. So
yeah. Top Super Bowl performance, you thinking more than the top tier of what we have in history?
Oh yeah. I mean, there's a top 5 one for me. Yeah, I'd say top 5. But I mean, I will say, like, I still haven't felt hype in the way that Dr. Dre halftime show, that collective, because that felt like a true celebration of like so many different genres, not just rap, but R&B, and hip hop, and and some rock in there. And it's just like, that felt like a true celebration of music. And I just think that halftime show, my only critique about that halftime show is I wish Kendrick would have gotten like another song or two, but I think that halftime show is genuinely perfect. So,
what about you, Nick? Top 5 for you? You think so?
I haven't watched enough of the enough past Super Bowl halftime shows to really have an opinion on this.
Okay. Well, I'm looking at a list here. This is Billboard. They usually suck, but let's see. Top 5. They have Madonna from 2012. They have Beyonce from 2013. They have Dr. Dre and Friends in 2022. They have U2 in 2002, and they have number 1 Prince.
All right.
07.
Okay, Prince, I would agree, but U2 on any kind of any list is some bullshit.
Yeah, they got Michael Jackson number 8. I don't know what the fuck is that. Okay.
I mean, number 8, is that by age or too soon for Michael Jackson joke? Sorry, but
yeah. So that's what they have in there, and that was like the top. I think they did top 15. I'm looking at another list. This is EW, which is Entertainment Weekly. Pretty similar. They have number 1 though, Beyonce. Number 2, Prince. Number 3, U2. Number 4, Michael Jackson.
Okay, number 3 being U2 is fucking ridiculous. That is goddamn. That is absurd.
That is some actual bullshit.
They have number 6, J-Lo and Shakira, number 6.
Okay, so the fact that Kendrick. Okay, wait, was that number 9? They had the Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg one? Yeah. Fuck them. They are completely wrong on that. Oh yeah, Madonna. I remember she did that.
Remember when MIA right here?
Remember when MIA was a thing before she started saying stupid shit? Remember?
Yeah, that was a fun year.
Right. Yeah. I do still fuck with Paper Planes though. That's just a great fucking jam. But yeah, no, Prince might still be the best one, just because like for it to rain when Purple Rain's playing is just.
Yeah, you can't write that shit.
Yeah, you really can't. Whoa, turning purple that was eerie. But yeah, I think that's still probably the best halftime show. Man, that Timberlake. God, isn't it crazy that Timberlake, ripped off and showed us Janet Jackson's titty, and like she's the one who got in trouble, and Timberlake got to keep. He got to go through a country phase that was terrible. It's just it's not fair. But yeah, like I think Prince is still the best one. I'd probably put the Dre one for me at 2. I'm not crazy about Beyonce, but even I can admit she's got some bangers. So I mean, I'd probably say it's still. But Beyonce's an amazing performer, though. That's something she's always going for her, and she's actually grown to be a better performer. She's gotten older. So I remember when she did like Who Run the World for the halftime show. She had like all the people dressed in black, and it was a very pro black performance. And I remember going, okay, this is actually fucking amazing. So credit to her where it's due on that. But yeah, I remember this. I was like, I was like, oh shit.
Did she
Plus,
bring out also like the HBCU like band? or
yeah,
something?
yeah. Like that's the thing, man. Say what you will about Beyonce, man. She talks that talk, man. So, you know, I will always give her. I'll always give her that. But
Destiny Child reunion. Or,
yeah, man. Look at all those. Look at all. You don't smell the weaves there. But
Oh, they did a Charlie's Angels pose. Oh,
yeah. So okay, I will say Independent Women Part 1 is such an amazing song. People completely disregard the fact there's a part 2. Like that song is fucking amazing. And it was really cool to see Destiny Child actually reunite, even though Michelle's always been the best singer of the three, which, you know, people never want to talk about, but whatever. But that's a great halftime show. And again, that's coming from someone who's not a fan of Beyonce. But
yeah.
I think you can pretty much cue in the Taylor Swift. I think
You think so?
Dude, yeah.
Next
man.
year?
Yeah.
My prediction will come true.
After this shit, man, I think it's all. So that's the thing, man. While I have multiple reasons to fucking hate her, she's moving like the NFL. They showed like Travis Kelce jersey sales went up like 300%, something like that. So it's like the NFL could give a shit. They're like, we're making more money, like, you know, like they don't fucking care.
More people watching the games. Bet.
Yeah.
You know, so it's yeah. So I would bet money that she'll be the halftime show next year. And I'll even go a step further. They'll pay her.
They'll pay her? Really?
Yeah, because everyone forgets that if you do the halftime show, you don't make a cent. They will change that for her. You heard it here first.
Okay. So you're going with Taylor Swift?
Yep.
Nick, who you going with? Who's going to be the halftime performer?
Dude, I'm going Taylor Swift. I mean,
Taylor
there's
Swift?
too much money in it for the NFL.
I'm not gonna go Taylor Swift. Since two are picking Taylor Swift, I'm gonna go somebody else.
Ice
Ice
Jack
Spice.
Harlow.
Jack Harlow.
Oh god, if it's fucking Post Malone. Sure.
Where's the Super Bowl next year?
I have no
New
idea.
Orleans. I think they announced that. I think on Twitter.
Okay.
Oh, then it may not. It may not be Taylor Swift. And Black people have taste in music, so they may not want to have her in New Orleans. You know, singing off key and shit.
So I'm looking at. Okay, I'm gonna see like who's a big artist from New Orleans.
If they could get
Lil Wayne is a big artist.
Yeah, Wayne would be kind of killer in New Orleans. Like,
Could they do a southern thing? Could they bring in
like Outkast?
Outkast, maybe?
Because if you get Outkast, like what I would love, and again, this is my 21-year-old self talking. If they could somehow find a way to go, oh shit, it's Juvenile. All right, he's gonna rap 45 seconds to back that ass up. Like, that would have warmed my heart.
Let's see. Yeah. So let's see. Famous singers, musicians here. So yeah, Lil Wayne is one. Master P.
Oh my god! Please do Master P. That.
Frank Ocean's from New Orleans.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
Yeah. So okay, it's in New Orleans.
Lil Wayne seems like actually a very plausible idea, considering what a big football fan he is. Like, the NFL might be able to spin that. He was just hosting a Super Bowl pre-party thing
With Skip, or was it just by?
Yeah, with Skip Bayless, and he had Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, on there. They were doing a thing for Apple Music. So, and then Lil Wayne shows up on Undisputed like every Friday to talk sports. So there's a world where I think you guys honestly hit the nail on the head. I think Lil Wayne, New Orleans feels like kind of a lock, honestly.
No, so yeah, I think that's I mean, sometimes it doesn't always go based on the city. That doesn't always happen, but I mean, I could see that. I mean, also, how many years straight have we had Black performers at the Super Bowl? It seems like it's been a lot of years straight, like 4 or 5 years straight now.
4 or 5, yeah. I mean,
last year was Rihanna, The year
Yeah.
before Rihanna was what? Who was before?
That was I believe that was a Dre and
Yeah, that was Dre.
yeah,
Then before was what, The Weeknd before Dr. Dre?
maybe, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay, and then before him, I don't remember shit.
Was it Beyonce? Maybe.
No, Beyonce was in 2013. That
Oh,
wasn't
2013. Was it that long ago?
2013,
Goddamn.
yeah, 2013 and 2014 was Bruno Mars and Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah. So who was? Because
I love me some Red Hot Chili Peppers. So I was actually stoked that they got to do that. I was like, oh, Flea, let's go.
Okay, so let me see. Let me go to this list right here. So
Flea's a great actor too, by the way. Shout out to him. Yeah.
okay, so this year was Usher. Last year was Rihanna. The year before was Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and Kendrick and Mary J. Blige and Eminem. Then the year before was The Weeknd. Then 2020 was Shakira, Jennifer Lopez, Bad Bunny.
Okay,
Bill
so
Bad.
3 years of
1,
primarily
2,
black
3.
performers. Yep.
Well, if you include, yeah, so it's 3 years. Yeah, about
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so 3 years of black performers. The last time we had white people, it was in 2019, Maroon 5, and then it was Travis.
Okay, so they learned their
lesson.
Yeah. And then the year before that, that was Justin Timberlake and the Tennessee Kids. I don't know who the fuck.
Oh, that's right. That was a bad halftime show. That was really bad because that was Timberlake trying to be like, I can be John Mayer and folksy too, and it's like no one wants to hear like all due respect to him. It's kind of like when Jay-Z tries to go deep. It's like I don't want to hear you go deep about your feelings. Like rap about drugs and hook hoes and like I don't need to hear retrospective like deep Jay-Z.
D Nice said wouldn't be surprised if it's Taylor Swift. That's what Hunter and Taylor and Nick said. So they say Taylor. I said that last year. I kind of was half right. She came there on another way, on some dick, but you know. All right, so but I don't think it's gonna be her.
Okay, because if I said that shit, you both would be like, Hunter, what the fuck? But Josh can just slide at it.
Yeah. So I think it's. I
would have been like that. I would have like, oh, Hunter.
Yeah, but like Josh just goes like, oh dick.
So that's who they going with. I'm going with. I'm going with Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne and Friends. I think they're gonna bring in Lil Wayne and then maybe I don't know some other people. Drake maybe you can bring in Lil Wayne, can bring in Jake or some other people. So that's who I'm going with.
What's the legal age in New Orleans that might dictate if Drake is it's gonna be there?
So they
16.
They did have, so there was a lot of years. So 2019, 2018, Justin Timberlake, 2017 was Lady Gaga, 2016 was Coldplay, Beyonce, Bruno Mars, 2015 was Katy Perry, 2014 was Bruno Mars and Red Hot Chili Peppers, and 2013 was Beyonce. Okay. So yeah.
Pretty much all the white artists not named Lady Gaga on there pretty much fell on their faces. So
Chili Peppers did fire.
Outside Chili Peppers, yeah, but I gave the Chili Peppers their props. But so if you're gonna get a white artist, get a good one.
Who's like a big white artist right now?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift, yeah. Besides Taylor Swift,
because I'm trying to think of someone who would actually be. Because I think there's a difference between having a white artist, like a big white artist, but one that's actually fit to do the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Because like
one that has kind of that stage presence that
exactly
it's a big arena with their performance.
Because I love Lana Del Rey. There's no part of me that would say she should be doing the Super Bowl halftime show. That like her music is not suited for that.
Yeah, I don't think she would agree to that anyway.
Oh yeah, she wouldn't. Yeah, fuck no. But yeah, damn, I don't know if there's
not Adele. Adele wouldn't.
Post Malone, maybe.
He's not.
Post Malone could actually. Yeah, I think Post Malone could actually do it. He did like the pre-show or something like that.
Yeah, he sang "America the Beautiful."
Yeah. Oh, speaking of singing, Reba was out there singing. Sup, ma'am. She can still get it. By the way, she actually did a great job singing "America the Beautiful."
Well, damn,
that was the national anthem.
Oh, that's right. It was.
I mean, with the bar set so low after Fergie did it.
Dude, you are not lying, man. That honestly, man, I remember. I think I tweeted it out. I was like, "Can we just never sing the national anthem?" Like, I don't know if I ever want to hear it anymore.
If anything, yeah, it's like I'm active duty military, so I am basically indentured servitude to the United States government, and that performance was making me less patriotic.
Kyle Shanahan into it, wasn't he? Damn, he got his eyes all the way
Yeah.
closed, man. Gee.
He's
No,
feeling. He's feeling.
No,
that.
he's praying. Please don't fuck this up. And but yeah,
Actually, there was another player that was fucking like tearing up during the thing.
Yeah, man, can we stop? Yeah, just there you go. Hey, what's up, Ma? But yeah, Reba looking good.
He thinking that too. He like, damn, fucking Reba. Damn,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
right?
cut him after this game.
He's still fine.
Yeah, I mean, Reba's what? He's got to be.
I think 60, 70.
He's got to be 60.
Yeah,
I think. Maybe.
She's 68.
Damn.
God damn. I mean, whatever. It whatever wouldn't stop me. That's like if I saw Dolly Parton tomorrow, I'd be like, hey, you know. Want to go down south? You're welcome. You're welcome. See, that's the reaction I wanted to but yeah, I mean, yeah, there's really not, because I think the other part is too that you got to think about someone who has a deep enough filmography to actually like rock a halftime show. You know, okay, like Foo Fighters. I'd watch do the halftime show. That would be fun. I would actually watch
do it. I want to say, didn't they do it one time?
They appeared as like a guest, I think.
They appeared as a guest, but they didn't headline the halftime show.
Yeah, Foo Fighters would be fun. I definitely watch them do it.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, Foo Fighters. They're a fun rock band that you can bring out.
I love the Foo Fighters very, very much. So yeah, that would be fun.
No, they said they never played the Super Bowl halftime show before. I don't think even as a guest.
Dave Grohl showed up at least once. Like, I know he showed up. I can't remember what halftime show, but I'm pretty sure he showed up playing drums or something. But I really want someone at the NFL to get too drunk and just be like someone random, be like Fall Out Boy or like
My Chemical Romance.
Yeah, like throw me a curveball like that.
Yes. Oh my God! If My Chemical Romance plays the halftime show, I will die. I will die a happy man.
Oh man,
maybe it'll be AI. Maybe AI will show up.
No, one, because I was supposed to see them when I was living in Tokyo in Japan, and fucking COVID happened and that canceled the show I was supposed to go to.
That sucks. Oh, I didn't know that. That's okay. That my condolences on that. But yeah, like that'd be fun. Yeah, give me some My Chemical Romance. Why the fuck not?
So let's get into these commercials before we talk about the big trailers. Any commercials that you all liked you want to discuss a little bit of?
Not a one. Not really. There's one. The Dunkin' Donuts Ben Affleck one. That was the one
that was just so cringy that it just
so
on my face.
So good.
Matt Damon the entire time just like, I'm sorry.
Which fuck you, Matt Damon. You did bought a zoo and fucking the Great Wall. Like, get over yourself. Like, yeah, the Dunkin' Donuts commercial was fucking great. And then the State Farm Arnold one was pretty funny.
So let me play the little bit of the Dunkin'.
Yeah, please.
I don't think you should do this. Last year she came to my work. Now I gotta show her what I can do.
He's here.
Affleck on the track.
What up, folks?
Oh, man. And then he really brings that Boston accent back.
Oh yeah, it comes out like a motherfucker.
Touchdown, Tommy on them keys.
Got it.
And then Tom Brady was in like what 3 or 4 Super Bowl?
Yeah, he was in like 3 or 4 of the commercials.
Yeah, like
Brady's like, you won't forget me, motherfucker.
No introduction, my partner.
Sometimes it's really hard to be your friend.
You said you were gonna support me.
Don't go away, my heart. Why you dunking me, girl? Why you dunking me? My heart.
How do you like them?
Fat Joe for
donuts? I'm
some
so
reason.
sorry.
You had to see it, but I forgive you. Lay us on the track.
Are we gonna be on the album?
We talked about this.
Let's go. You're blinded by them pinstripes.
Wrap it up.
There goes Babe Ruth.
Tom, you can stay.
You remember when I told you I'd do anything for you? This is anything.
Chill. They're naming a drink after us.
Okay.
Fucking
Funny.
perfect.
I liked the Michael Sarah V one.
That was a great one too. Yeah, that one was pretty.
There was just
like,
so much innuendo in that.
like it's funny. Like that's one thing about Affleck that I have to give him a ton of credit for. Is there is nothing. There are very few things that are more attractive than being able to laugh at yourself and make fun of yourself. And Affleck clearly gets it. Like he clearly understands that. Look. People saw this stupid ass back tattoo I have, and like they know that fucking donut. Like, you know, I'm gonna lean into this shit. And the genuine glee I felt watching that Dunkin' Donuts commercial because I was like, this had to have been the most fun shoot in the fucking world. Like, yeah, I give Affleck all the credit in the world for just having no shame in his game. Like,
Like you see, like that's how kind of all this started. These memes of him with fucking all this carrying all this Dunkin' shit.
so ridiculous. But
Like what? Like who is eating all this? Like does he like have somebody in the house with him too that's eating all this Dunkin' shit?
But honestly, brilliant though, because he probably wanted to get some advertising or be a spokesman for him, and so he probably like planned this shit, and it worked clearly if that was the plan. So, I mean, he's smarter than all of us. So hey, good for him.
I
Like,
love this one because it's like all in one script. Like this-
yeah, dude, and that's impressive too. That balancing, like let's put some respect on his name. Like,
yeah, like damn. I know Jennifer Lopez. She's not eating all that Dunkin'. She probably ain't at 80 calories since the 90s. She's not eating all that.
I mean, true, but yeah, like it was fucking funny. So like, props to Affleck.
Okay, and Nick, you said you liked the
I like the
Cera-
Michael Sarah V.
You didn't know? Generosity. The truth has been hiding in plain sight. I am Sarah V.
Yeah,
Can human skin truly be this moisturized?
and CeraVe's pretty good. I use some CeraVe. I stopped using it, but
I do too, actually. Yeah.
yeah, pretty good.
Let my cream hydrate.
They're trying to do Michael Cera, CeraVe. They're trying to make the connection there.
Let my cream
I like
hydrate
this.
your skin.
Skin.
I want that. Twitter.
3. Essential.
That Roblox is soft as fuck.
All day hydration.
Oh, it's pretty nice. I like that one.
So good. Like it was fucking funny. Like and Sarah, man. Like Michael Cera with facial hair is just it's somehow adorable. You know what I mean? Like kind of like when you see him in Molly's Game, you're like, oh, it's Michael Cera, but he's gotta be, oh, it's so cute. And then you watch him in Molly's Game, you're like, oh wow, fuck you, Michael Cera. Like, yeah, that was, and then the State Farm commercial with Arnold was fun.
Thank you, Agent State Farm.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Cut.
So that was basically the joke, basically throughout the show. Which I think it went on a little too long. I think. The
Oh,
joke was-
see, I could listen to that shit all day. Like Arnold mispronouncing words just like he does in the movies.
yeah, because the joke is like, you know, he says neighbor and not neighbor. You know, he's got that thick ass accent. And he's doing various forms of the commercial, and then he just keeps saying neighbor, you know, like paper.
Yeah.
Or chopper.
Chopper. Yeah.
And then Danny DeVito shows up at the end, which I was like, oh, it's so cool. We're never getting twins too, are we? Like, yeah, that was a fun commercial. Arnold's fun. Like I think Arnold is kind of at that point now where it's like I don't need to be that Netflix show he actually did was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it shockingly was. I think it was called a Fubar.
Fubar, yeah. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I was like, okay, like he can And look, Schwarzenegger is one of my favorite actors ever. Like I fucking love Schwarzenegger. I was just watching Kindergarten Cop a couple months ago, and I was like, this movie should not work as well as it does, and yet it somehow does because Arnold, like, it's insane, but Arnold just commits to it. But yeah, like, this is a fun joke. Could you argue it went on a little long? Sure, but I had fun with the commercial.
And then here's the big stinger here.
Thank you, Agent State Farm.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Simple.
You are a backstabber.
I'm a backstabber.
Oh wow. Indy kind of cute. Indy kind of there.
Yeah,
And,
it was fun.
yeah. And then what's this one? Oh, there was some more here to it where they had like a CGI Arnold here or something.
Wait,
Uh,
what?
Like this right here. The hell was this? Like,
Oh, this is the extended version. Yeah, I didn't see this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't see this one.
they just pasted his face on somebody else's body here.
Yeah, they did that Terminator Salvation de-aging.
Yeah,
Man, that looks pretty bad. Oh shit. Like,
yeah,
oh,
that does not look great.
ooh, okay.
Yeah,
I hope Arnold agreed to that. I hope. Yeah. They're like, oh
dude,
yeah, sure.
dude, you ain't lying, man.
Yeah, but I don't know if I don't know. I mean, it's pretty average, I guess. Nothing. Really.
The commercials this year just weren't anything to really write home about, and there was like early rumblings coming out of like companies kind of being like, we're a little concerned, like we're in an election year, we don't want to like piss anyone off, so we're gonna kind of play it safe. I thought that Ken Jeong Popeyes commercial was fucking terrible. Like that commercial actually made me like, ugh, really? This is what we're
Like, can we get back to the football now?
yeah, like because those Popeyes commercials, I was always fucking offended by that Aunt Jemima woman that they always had going like, "Oh, you haven't tried my chicken," but like that.
I don't think she sounded like that.
Oh, she definitely did.
No, I don't think so, man.
No, she did. Like she was a fucking caricature. But this shit, I was like, all right, like we don't need like. I get Ken Jeong, part of his shtick is like acting black and kind of doing that like wigger slang, but this shit was just weird. Yeah,
I don't think he's doing the black slang here. I don't.
Oh, he's not. No, he's not doing it here. But I don't know. This was just a weird commercial, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was kind of lame. I don't know. I like the cute dog though.
Yeah, the dog's adorable, but.
I haven't really found. Well, I found him funny in Community a little bit, and then in the first Hangover, and that's about it. That's the most I've done.
Yeah, that's about where.
It's often with him. It's funnier when he's playing it straight, like he did in Knocked Up.
Yeah, he was funny in that. Yeah, I thought he was pretty good in that.
His shtick can run old very quickly. Like you gotta bite-sized bites for him on that. But
I'm looking at what some people consider some of the best ones. So the Ice Spice one, that was cute. I like the Ice Spice one. It was like what fake ass Sprite or something.
Yeah.
That was fine. Yeah. People say Post Malone for Bud Light. I did say they brought the Coors train back. They brought that back. I was like, oh shit. They brought the Coors train back.
I was talking to Nick about that. Like, it's a very large leap in logic that Bud Light is going to make your night better in any way. That's just like
I like beer, and I'm never fucking picking up Bud Light.
Yeah, I mean it's better than Keystone Light, but
this is true. It's better than Natty Light, but why not just drink actual piss?
Yeah, but honestly, if Kirkland made a beer, I would give that a chance probably before I'd give Bud Light. Because I actually because Kirkland vodka is actually not bad in a pinch, but I just
So that one, Lil Wayne from Homes.com. I don't even remember that one.
I don't even remember that. To be honest,
I don't remember.
Jennifer Hudson and Common. That's like a bunch of the celebrity cameos. The T-Mobile.
Oh, that T-Mobile. I thought that was a dumb fucking commercial.
Yeah,
terrible.
Yeah. That one that was lame. I did think it was funny when Common was Denzel Washington in Training Day though. I thought
that was actually that was funny.
Yeah. The most, I think one of the worst commercials thinking about it was the Oreo commercial. I didn't get what the hell that was supposed to be.
Oh yeah,
The
like the
twisted, like a twist for it or some shit like that. I was like, what
yeah.
the hell is this supposed to?
I mean, anytime I see a Kardashian, my skin just kind of crawls anyway. You know. Plus, it's weird. Plus, it's weird to see him in good lighting. But but yeah, just weird commercial.
Cardi B for NYX. I don't think I saw that.
I didn't see that one either.
Let's see. Creed for Paramount Plus.
Wait, you say Creed?
Yeah, Creed for Paramount.
Yeah, it was
Plus.
like Patrick Stewart. It was a bunch of their shows, and the whole joke is they're trying to throw Hey Arnold over this mountain, and Creed plays during it.
Oh my god, that sounds. Don't hurt Arnold. What are you doing? All that's
a funny commercial though.
At the end, they talk about skinning Peppa Pig. They're like, let's skin his ass. The fourth one was, let's see, Usher for BMW.
Oh, that was a fun commercial. Him and Christopher Walken. That was cute.
Oh, that's what that commercial was about. I was like,
it was like Christopher Walken can't escape impressonists.
Oh, okay.
Which I feel like probably hits a little closer to home than even that commercial acknowledges. Yeah. That was a fun commercial. That was fun.
When there's some other celebrities in there, like I feel like there was some other kind of people I recognized in that commercial. I was looking at it.
There were so few commercials like that were really memorable to me, because I feel like there's usually like 4 or 5 each year that you're kind of like, oh, okay. And yeah, this year it just felt like they kind of were like, well, we have to do these. So
Ashley Park, that's who it was. That's what the camera.
Oh, hello, what's up, girl? Yeah, I do love her, but it's just this was cute.
I thought this was Jim Carrey at first. I thought.
Wow, that doesn't really. That looks more like Shooter McGavin than Jim Carrey.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, you have that one. Let's see. What was
Should Christopher Walken be driving still? Like, not to be that asshole.
How old is Christopher Walken?
He's gotta be 80, maybe.
Yeah, he's 80.
Wow, boom, go me. Yeah, should his ass be driving? Does the car drive itself?
Yeah, he got a lot of cars. I mean,
hopefully not using Elon's technology, but you know, like 80 driving. But
let's see, Usher and then Jelly Roll and Victoria Beckham for Uber Eats.
I did not see that.
That
was a weird commercial they had with Jennifer Aniston and David Schwimmer.
Yeah,
for Uber Eats. That was weird. That was a really weird commercial. Yeah.
The second one was Jennifer Lopez for Dunkin'. That Ben Affleck one there. That was
yeah, that was great. That's the best commercial. That's the best commercial. Damn it.
The number one was Beyonce for Verizon. She was trying to break the internet, and then she.
Like the lack of self-awareness on that one was pretty funny. Just like, oh, I'm Beyonce. It's all about me. It's like, we know. And so apparently her next album is a country album, which, I mean, cool. Renaissance 2 or Part 2, I guess is what it's called.
I think Act 2 or something, right?
Yeah, something like that. So yeah, I mean, cool. You have a new album, you know. I won't be listening, but I'm sure. But
that's why she's wearing that cowboy hat. That's the new era now. Like country Beyonce. Every time I see her now, she's got a country, like a cowboy hat on.
Yeah.
So I guess that's her new era now. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, cool, good for her. But yeah. But yeah, I saw like on my Spotify, it was like new Beyonce song. I was like, Jesus, like I'm good, Spotify. But yeah, I guess she has a new album come out this summer. So cool.
Looking at some other ones here, just real quick. The couch potato one. How did y'all feel about that? Like, didn't it seem it was kind of like insulting?
Weird.
I didn't even see it, to be honest. So
let me pull it up. It's like it was basically saying, "Hey, you're a fat fucking loser, and you sit at home and watch TV all day. How about you watch Pluto instead?" It's basically kind of so. This was the couch potato one right here. Yeah, I'd be more insulted. You bring on that mid-ass show they had Walking Dead. Why you? That's good. Watch Star Trek Next Generation.
It was the biggest show on television for like 5 years.
Yeah, that was 5 years ago. That was 7 years ago. Yeah.
I mean, they're bringing that movie back though. The
Yeah. This was This kind of almost seemed like who wants to be called a couch potato? That's not really a flattering thing to be called, really, a couch potato, but okay.
That's weird.
Then there was the one with Kate McKinnon, the Mayo one.
That was weird because like anyone like I like a little mayo on my burger, but when she had that spoonful of it, I immediately went into undercover brother mode. I was like, oh god, like this is like
Some people do that though. Some people do.
Yeah, and those people are fucking disgusting who do that shit. It's like, ew, why the fuck are you doing that? And then like her cat started talking to her.
Yeah, the cow was like it became an internet celebrity, and then it ended up dating Pete Davidson and all that other stuff. So.
Yeah. Pete Davidson always around pussy. A little younger than he's used to, but that was a weird commercial. That was odd.
Oh, Martin Lawrence and Shannon Sharp had a commercial.
Oh yeah, that one was actually kind of funny.
Okay. Then there was the one with Jenna Ortega.
I don't even remember what that was for. Yeah.
That was Doritos. Doritos is making their own Takis. They making a rip off Takis, basically. You know what Takis is?
No.
It's like Mexican hot Cheetos, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they basically this is it right here. This is the extended cut, the director's cut of these weak ass commercials.
Oh my god, 2 minutes, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So this is a commercial, and I guess like Jenna Ortega was shopping with her grandma or ma and aunt or whatever, and he got the last bag, and they trying to get his ass that last bag of Doritos. Man. So there you go. That's kind of it, and then you got Jenna Ortega who she pops up where she pops up again.
Oh my god, is she in this commercial? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Boom. Oh wow! At the very you know what? Smart girl. She's like, yep.
Well, she's at the beginning too. She's at the beginning.
Is she? Okay.
Yeah.
She's like, you've got me for 6 hours. I will show up at the beginning and the end of the shit.
Yeah. And then they did a bunch of gambling commercials. They did a bunch of like for MGM and all that.
Yeah, that it is really just the tone deafness of being like, hey, one of the biggest gambling days of the year in the Super Bowl, and if you have a family member who's struggling with gambling addiction, call this phone number so we can cover our ass so you can't sue us.
Yeah. Hey man, they trying to get you some help, man.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so that's basically it there. So let's get into these bigger ones, right? The ones that people been wanting to talk about here. I was really excited to see these trailers, especially the Deadpool 3 one. See what we got. See what we happen here. So, did you want to do the biggest one first, or you want to go to the smallest one to the biggest one?
Okay. Viewer choice.
It don't matter.
Okay, let's go to the smallest one first and go to the biggest one. So the first one, Twisters. Twisters. So this is supposed to be like what the alien to alien thing, kind of like this is supposed to
basically.
Be. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, holy shit! Now there's 2 of them.
Now there's 2 Twisters, double the Twisters. And double the white people going into the Twisters.
White people love doing this shit, man.
White people love fucking around with the forces of nature, but as long as it looks cool, then I'm whatever on it. What really interests me about this is this cast that you have. It's incredibly stacked with Glenn Powell, Daisy Edgar Jones, Anthony Ramos, but this is directed by Lee Isaac Chung, who is coming off the Oscar-nominated Minari.
So wild. Like, it's always fascinating how like an Oscar-nominated actor or a director in this case, like what their project is after they kind of hit that, that artistic mainstream. And honestly, and I'm not even talking
I want to blow shit up now. Woo!
And honestly, I respect this swing because I think a lot of people like myself are kind of like, oh man, this could be an absolute piece of shit. But given who's directing it, I'm actually willing to give it a chance and give it a fair shake. It looks terrifying. So I will say, as someone who lived in Texas for like 6 years, we had tornado warnings a couple times a year. And I still remember having to duck to full-size recycling trash cans from like hit me in the fucking face. Tornadoes are fucking terrifying. So this is actually
That's a good
something I'm
scene
like,
too, right there.
yeah. So I'm actually like, okay, that looks fucking scary. And sometimes you don't need something to be super deep. Sometimes you just need something to be, very basic in what it is as far as a a horror film with natural elements thrown into it. So I'm actually excited for that. That feels like I'll wake up at 9 a.m. on a Saturday or a Friday morning, have an edible, go see it on IMAX. Like that screams that to me, and that actually could be a lot of fun. So I'm excited for it.
What's your thoughts, Nick?
It looks like fun. I wasn't really asking for, knew about, or was even like interested in a sequel to Twisters. But considering the guy who they have directing it with Lee Isaac Chung, I was like, okay, all right, I'm interested. I'm leaning in.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, StatCast. So Glenn Powell, Kiernan Shipka, David Cornsweet, Katie O'Brien,
Superman, sir.
Daisy Edgar Jones, Anthony Ramos. Yeah, pretty good cast here.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's exciting. Yeah, we'll see there. So this is the synopsis on IMDb. It says an update to the 1996 film Twister, which centered on a pair of storm chasers who risked their lives in an attempt to test an experimental weather alert system. Okay, and this is coming out in July. Is when this is coming out.
That's okay. So my only kind of hesitation on that is the last time I remember seeing something kind of in this vein that came out in July was Independence Day Resurgence. so I will admit,
yeah, but we're talking Roland Emmerich versus Lee Isaac Chung,
and I understand that. I just have to play devil's advocate and throw that out there. Now, with that said, I have a feeling that it is so weird to say, but Twister doesn't have the legacy that Independence Day had. So I think people will be less, hard on this. Plus Glenn Powell, who you of course know from,
Top Gun Maverick.
I didn't want to say it, but yeah, that movie, and then Anything But You, and then the upcoming, I'm blanking on the movie that he has coming up, but it's the Hitman.
Yeah, the Hitman.
Yeah, he's cooking right now, and I do think that he's a very naturally charismatic guy, which for one of these movies does a decent amount of the work for you already. So I'm excited for this. I think it'd actually be a lot of fun. So this will be fun. This will be a fun, hopefully, summer movie. It feels like summer's kind of light this year coming up. So this could be a surprise,
Yeah. Have any of you seen the original Twister?
Oh yeah, I've seen. Oh yeah, so the original Twister is honestly terrifying because there is like lightning and thunderstorms thrown in there too, and that's Helen Hunt, if memory serves. I haven't seen it since I was a kid. Like I literally saw it in '96, so I would have been 9. But yeah, it's Bill Paxton, rest in peace, King. Helen Hunt, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Carrie Elwes. It's actually it's a fun flick. So and it did really fucking well too. It made almost half a bill. And the original director of it, Jean de Bont, did Speed and Twister. So very good 1-2 combo. Then he did Speed 2 Cruise Control. Then he did The Haunting, which is fine. And then he did Tomb Raider: The Cradle of Life, and I don't really know or really care what he did after that. It just kind of gets a little rough after that. So, yeah, but Twister's fun.
Okay. Yeah, I've never seen it. I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's a very fun. Off the top of my head, just remember like a high stream it, like a really high stream it, because that's something I'd watch like big on the screen, have a couple of drinks, but you'd be entertained because there are some really great scenes of tension in it. So
Okay. And by the way, I am correct in my thoughts that him and Justin Hartley are the same fucking person. Other people are saying it.
Oh
It's
my
not just me.
gosh.
Oh my god!
Holy shit, that is
you put
kind
them
of
right
eerie.
next to it. You put them
Wow.
right next to each other.
Boom. There you go. Here's another
Hey,
picture of them.
white women have Margot Robbie clones. Now we have Glenn Powell clones.
Yeah. Tell me these two dudes do not look alike. It's crazy. It's like, I'm not racist. Okay. They kind of
I mean, when you put them right next to each other, yeah, it's kind of uncanny.
Yeah. So apparently they do get confused for each other. Apparently, so there you have that. But yeah, Glenn Powell, I can say he's cooking right now. He's been in a lot of stuff. Anyone But You, which did really well at the box office. Did really well.
Yeah.
They're rerunning it for Valentine's Day, so you can take your girl, go see Anyone But You.
Yeah, I liked it. It's a good date movie.
I might be doing a double feature of what's that new terrible spy movie that you hated, Nick?
Argyle?
Argyle.
I might be doing a double feature of Argyle and Madam Web on Thursday. That might be my yeah. So yeah.
Right. So we got
rough Thursday incoming.
we have a new trailer here for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Yes, sir.
So there you go. What are you guys' thoughts on this trailer?
Yes.
I like it.
Yeah, give me yeah. You know, I'm hyped for this because I'm actually gonna
he getting radicalized. You see that shit? Oh shit. Look at that shit.
Right.
These motherfuckers.
Look at these fucking deer.
Yeah. Look at Tyler Perry as a kid. But
all humans.
But I'm excited for this though, because I haven't I'm actually gonna start introducing my my partner to these because she hadn't seen the new Apes trilogy. And I was telling her, I'm like, okay, this new one comes out this year. Like, this is something we'll end up seeing together. Like, you need to check these out. So I'm gonna once we get out of Black History Month, I'm gonna start showing her these. I love the latest Apes trilogy. It's one of my favorite trilogies of all time. I think War for the Planet of the Apes is maybe a top three Harrelson roles. Like, he's incredible in War for Planet of the Apes. But this looks like everything I love about that original trilogy. I love the cinematography. The apes look fantastic. The way they are rounding these humans up, it's like, yeah, it's like
getting their ass.
There's a special sort of dickheadery of catching someone with a fucking rope and like blowing up. Like you have to be a special type of prick to do that shit. So I'm hyped for this though. Like, I'm so excited for this, and it just makes me laugh that Tim Burton did one bad Planet of the Apes and they're like, never again. We're giving this to Anyone But You. And yeah, I'm excited for this. I'm so hyped for this.
Bend for your king.
Apes hunt humans. That is wrong.
Oh, gee. Ain't no way she outrunning that.
Oh, hell no.
There's no fucking way she outrunning that. Oh, shit. Lion King. Oh, shit. Mufasa.
Together, you will die. No, together, strong.
Yeah, that line got me. That line gave me chills.
Oh, let's go. So hyped. So hyped. I will be seeing that shit in IMAX. Like, I will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Like that. I'm gonna get an infused joint before I go see that shit. I'm like, the apes are coming at me. Like, I'm so excited to see that shit. It looks so good.
So, Nick, what are your thoughts on Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes?
Dude, I absolutely adore the modern trilogy of the Planet of the Apes film. It is one of the best film trilogies of all time. I'm kind of hesitant that they are reviving this franchise, but I think it's interesting that they're going into new ground with this, talking about where the apes are after what looks like several decades, and see how their society has evolved.
This is supposedly 300 years after the last.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So that immediately makes me feel better about this, because you're getting enough separation between Caesar and this. So that's actually a very good decision. Whoever made that call, props on that. Yeah. Plus, I'll be real. Just I've seen enough people be shitty to animals where I'm kind of like, yeah,
I get it.
We deserve this.
I get it.
Yeah, like it only takes one Michael Vick to get one Caesar, so to keep it full theme. But I'm excited for this. Who's directing it? I actually can't remember who's.
Wes Ball is directing it. He directed the Maze Runner.
Yeah, he directed the first one, Scorched Trials, and the Death Cure.
Okay,
I really like the first Maze Runner.
I think it's fine. I will say, just from this trailer, and I do think like y'all have been doing this long enough. I think people need to kind of get out of that mindset of like, oh, they directed a YA thing, therefore this is where they're stuck. This looks like he's progressed as far as a director, just with some of these shots. Like they feel very intentional, but they feel very story driven. So I'm willing to give it a chance. I just remember the Maze Runner being that collective of like, oh, it's this, and the Fifth Wave, and Divergent, and just all these YA things where I was just like, oh, this is the trend, and no one actually gives a shit about these properties. But this feels like that's a great shot right there. Like this does feel like there is an actual progression, and that there's someone who has a story to tell, just from what we're seeing here. So I'm willing to give it a chance, even if I think their directorial record's spotty, I'll say.
And still amazing visuals here. Amazing,
Yeah.
especially with the way they look. They've just gotten better and better with the way they play the apes. That looks really great there. So the facial expressions too, like you can tell, like what they're feeling on their faces. Like that's great.
How horrifying is it that an ape is terrifying enough as it is, but an ape on a horse, like holy shit.
And I don't know who the girl is supposed to. I've never seen her.
That's Freya Allen. She was in The Witcher.
The Witcher. Okay. Looks way different with the darker hair. Yeah. So, all right. So big trailer of the night. What a lot of people were anticipating. Deadpool,
the biggest one.
3. So yeah, we finally have a Deadpool 3 trailer here. It wrapped filming. It's coming out. Oh, by the way, Kingdom of the Planet Apes, May 10th is when it's coming out. May 10th.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, that's not too long.
So you see, Wade's having his birthday party. Didn't this dude die? I thought he died.
No, that was the whole post-credit scene in Deadpool 2. He used that time bracelet to go and save everybody.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, you have him, Shatterstar, you got Colossus here, you got Dopinder here.
I love Dopinder's
Vanessa's back.
You got Negasonic Teenage Warhead here.
Yes,
what's her name?
Yukio.
Yukio, who's the girlfriend there. Blind Al is here. I don't know who that is. I think that's the first one, maybe at the bar. I think. When they
it is.
Yeah, that's Buck.
You have him there. Of course. What's her name? Baccarin, Maria Baccarin.
Yeah, Marina Baccarin, Vanessa reprising her role.
And then you have what's his name? Tom?
Peter Rob Delaney.
Yeah, Peter Sugar Bear is called.
Yeah. Who kind of looks eerily similar to Narcos.
Wagner Moura.
Yeah.
He looks like someone tried to draw Wagner Moura from memory.
That is a fantastic mustache, though. Like, let's get some props to that mustache with it. Yeah, like.
All right. What are your guys' thoughts on the show? What you kind of expected for your first time seeing? Kind of what you.
there's a lot. There's a shocking amount in here actually to break down. So Nick has been hearing me say this theory for like the last 6 months. I was like, Deadpool 3 is going to have the TVA in it. And there's a guy in our chat who runs the podcast Real Early, Larry. Shout out to Larry, who's like, I'm full of shit. So let me get this out of the way. Told you so. So yeah, TVA is going to be an important part here, which is wonderful. And then it just
shout out to also Succession star Matthew McFadden, who's in
Yep,
this.
Emmy winner.
I gotta get back into Succession. It's on the multiple list of shows I need to watch. But what's interesting about this, and I'll let you keep playing the trailer because there's still there's more. So yeah, you see TVA right there. Yeah, you can keep going.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like
So I love the
TVA
new suit.
Yeah.
I love the new suit because there's more red in the suit. But yeah, multiple timelines confirmed right there. So it feels like they're gonna use the TVA as I theorize, and other people I've talked to have theorized, to go ahead and kind of start to tie everything together. And this is your backdoor phrasing way to go ahead and bring the X-Men in without giving a whole giant, movie beforehand, which I mean, I think we'll still get, but I think this is going to be kind of a way to start incorporating the X-Men in. So I was actually really stoked to see this part in particular because it just confirms the multiple timelines. So there's that. I love the line that this drops right after this, where it goes, pegging is nothing new for me, but it is new for Disney, and just looks right down the camera lens. I was like, oh, Ryan Reynolds, you're great. So I think this is written by 2 Bob's Burgers writers, if memory serves.
Let me see here. So this is written by, it says here, Ryan Reynolds, Reese, Paul Wernick, Zeb Wills, and Sean Levy. So let's see. Rick Wernick, I don't see anything Bob's Burgers from him. Let's see. Paul Wernick. No Bob's Burgers for him. Zeb Wells. He did a lot of comic book writing.
Okay.
Wrote for a lot of comics. I don't see anything that says Bob's Burgers for him here. He did Robot Chicken.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's what I was thinking of.
And this is the line right here.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Is that supposed to be scary? Pegging isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for Disney.
It's fucking great. Yeah, I'm hyped for this because the movie is leaning into the narrative that I think a lot of fans have, where they're like, oh my god, Deadpool is gonna save the MCU.
So this is Charles Xavier right here, probably.
So no, okay. So I'm happy you brought this up. It is not Charles Xavier. That is not Charles Xavier. So who that most likely is going to be, and I'll keep it kind of short, is this character from the comics named Cassandra Nova, who's actually technically a clone. They're actually Xavier's evil twin sister. Technically, and so that being the villain is kind of a big deal because they're able to go ahead and they have basically all of Professor X's powers, so the telepathy and all that, but then they actually have astral powers of their own, meaning that they would be able to jump back and forth between alternate timelines to fuck things up, which would be the reason why the TVA would get involved, which is a very easy way to go ahead and kind of start to tie all the Fox stuff into the MCU. So that's actually a very big deal and pretty awesome that it seems like that's the route they're going. So they've really kind of given themselves, as I was kind of theorizing with Nick, they kind of given themselves a giant get out of jail free card and be like, all right, what do we want to cut out from the MCU or MCU Fox canon, and what do we want to keep? So So which we got a tease of at the end of the Marvels with Binary and Beast showing up. So yeah, so I think it's going to be a big, just kind of like globe-trotting adventure with Deadpool jumping between multiple timelines, probably with help from multiple members of the TVA. Hopefully we get a Morbius appearance, just because I'd love to see Owen Wilson's Morbius and Deadpool interact. That shot right there makes me very excited because if you remember from Falcon and the Winter Soldier, they flat out say that Falcon, Winter Soldier, and then Zemo, they're in Madripoor, and that's a very important X-Men location in the comics. And so one of the more iconic, you can probably Google it on your end, Josh. If you Google like Wolverine Hulk comic cover, there's a cover of them like in white suits when they're in this high stakes game in Madripoor. So that could be referencing that. If the Hulk is there, that'd be awesome. But Wolverine being that white suit is clearly a reference to that comic run. So yep, there you go. So really excited that that's an Easter egg that they dropped. So I'm giddy just off of seeing that alone. I was like, okay, let's go. So that should be great.
Damn, it's like Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I mean, Wolverine's a small guy, but you get that. As far as other stuff in the trailer, later on.
So you think this is where he first meets Wolverine? Is right here?
That's what I'm calling. Yeah.
Okay.
So there's that part, and then if you keep going, hang on.
You want to play the line "Marvel Jesus"? You want to play that? Or no?
that line in
that's
particular. Yeah, that's a hilarious fucking line.
I am Marvel Jesus.
Like you said, he's got the suit. You get a good look at the suit here. Very much more red. A lot more red.
Yes, more red.
You think it's pretty much comic accurate, pitch perfect comic accurate?
Oh yeah, it looks fantastic.
Let me pull up the suit real quick in the comic. Let's see. So that, and then let me switch to the suit in the comic.
Very much similar to Spider-Man for me. I actually like when they use more red. So in the costume. So
yeah, it's a much brighter red compared to the suit from the first two films.
Which always honestly bothered me. It's kind of one of my gripes I've had with the DC films that they're slowly working themselves out of, is that like they mute the colors. It's like, no, like celebrate this shit being kind of goofy, like brighten that shit up. So yeah, I'm very happy that the costume is definitely brighter.
Yeah, so this is from Deadpool 1 right here. So yeah, you can tell it's a little bit more muted, not as red as what you see right here. So a little bit more muted. So what do you think this is? What's happening right here?
So right there, you see the 20th Century Fox logo in the background there.
Yeah. So yeah, and just off that, it seems like they're doing possibly a very loose adaptation of Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, which could be very interesting if you have Deadpool killing off every single
Fox characters.
Yeah, but the 20th Century logo in the background there, like that's such a dick move, but hilarious on Disney's part, because Disney is fucking petty. But just seeing that 20th Century logo in the background, I laughed really hard at that. If you keep going.
Do you like this? Do you like the reload?
I'm a sucker for shit like that. Like I love when Kick-Ass did that shit, or Hit Girl did that shit.
Tactical reloads.
Yeah. It's like Arnold spinning the shotgun in Terminator 2. It's like, yeah, can you do that? No. Is it cool looking? Yes.
Oh, thank you, Javon. Good. Thank you for the 40 bits, man. Much appreciated. Thank you, Ready for Maturity, for coming in. It says, I hope he gets that belt that lets him teleport in this one.
That would be fun. Yeah, if he gets the
and then he also said, would Multiverse of Madness been better if it used the structure of the TVA to help to tell its story?
No, because you have the use of the the stones in that, so you don't need the TVA because of
Okay.
that.
All right, let's keep going.
That was cool. See, Eliath from season from
Yeah,
Loki in
so
here.
that's the other big thing too. Like that's a big deal because again, that's what you could do in theory is go, hey, all these Fox universes, all these Fox films, these timelines basically belong to Eliath, and then you can kind of cut out the ones that you want to get rid of, and then go ahead and bring in the characters as variants if you wanted to go ahead and.
Yes, you are correct, Ray. Sure, I was going to mention that is Pyro from X-Men,
Which is so wild. Like, but again, this movie isn't coming out till July, so I appreciate that they're giving us a trailer, but you don't want to give everything away in the first trailer. You actually want to build some suspense, and so the fact that we're getting Pyro in this, very dystopian looking, very Logan looking in that way, that just opens up the floodgates for every other potential X-Men. I think we get Cyclops in this. I think we get James Marsden in this. I think we get Halle Berry. I think we get Halle Berry Storm in this, even if it's just for a scene or two. I don't even know if this is a big swing, but I think we get our introduction to our MCU Storm proper in this. I think they know who they want it to be, and I think they're going to be established in this. We already saw, as I mentioned, Beast, Kelsey Grammer's Beast at the end of the Marvels, so he'll have an appearance in here. And then we had Monica. I'm blanking on her name.
Binary.
But yeah, we have Binary at the end of the Marvels as well. So I'm sure they'll have at least a cameo in this. But yeah, it'll be cool.
Who do you think this is next? The Bane.
So my theory, I think that's a Doom variant. I think that's a Doctor Doom variant, personally.
Okay.
Because there is a shot later on in the trailer where it shows them kind of standing on like a rock or something. And yeah, it's not Doctor Doom, obviously, as we comic accurate Doctor Doom, but you could see that being a Doctor Doom who's like gone through almost like a old man Logan storyline where the world has just been so broken down, they've lost everything, and that's kind of the remnants of what they have left. So I could see that being a Doom variant.
And the actor who plays Pyro is Aaron Stanford.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's been in some things before. He was recently. He was in Star Trek Picard. He was in Westworld. He was in the Perry Mason reboot, which I hear is really great. That was the one with.
It's a really great show, and I wish more people had watched it.
Yeah. So yeah. All right, let's keep going. So some people were saying, this scene, like when he's kind of in the snow, some people were saying that this was supposed to be like maybe Avengers Age of Ultron, maybe Avengers.
So it could be just because of how that car is flipped or that Jeep is flipped.
Or it could be where Logan died at the end of Logan.
Also that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, some people were thinking that it's the scene from the first X-Men movie where he gets into the car accident there and he, goes out the window and then So
it could be that.
So let's see. So is he fighting? So the people there, who are these?
That looks like the TVA.
Yeah,
it is
like
the TVA. Yeah.
Okay, so it's the TVA that he's fighting right here. Okay.
Now keep in mind though, if you remember, like there were some members of the TVA that kind of went rogue in season 2. So maybe that's maybe there's some offsets of that. Maybe this is Act 2 and something has happened with Deadpool where he kind of went rogue and they're like, okay, fucker, we need to prune you because you're fucking up the timeline so much. So but if so the armor is different too. So I think they could be an actual different timeline where he's encountering a different version of the TVA that we're even aware of.
Okay. Let's keep going. All right. So yeah, you see a little bit of this fighting in this kind of dystopian. We see the 20th century.
Oh, and there's the money shot right there.
There it is.
Yeah. And boom, there you go.
So good.
Teasing us like we don't all know that he's in the movie.
Yeah. So what do you think? Did you want to see Wolverine in this? Or are you glad they saving to maybe
I'm kind of glad that they are saving him for possibly another trailer, or even for when the movie comes out proper. Because while it is cool that Hugh Jackman is back in this role. He is in the comic accurate suit. He's fulfilling the kind of dream that fans have had, where we wanted to see him and Deadpool interact. I like that we're not sure if it's our Logan proper. We don't know if this is the one that audiences fell in love with through films like the original X-Men trilogy, through the Wolverine, and through Logan.
I will say I've always been agitated as fuck that we haven't gotten the cowl proper, especially the fact that it's a deleted scene in the Wolverine where it's just like you get the brown and gold, and they're just like, fuck you get to see it. Like, they pull Smallville with the shit. It's like, it's like you can see it, but you don't get to actually see it. It's like, well, fuck you. I want to see the shit. And so I'm happy he's at least in the X-Men animated series. Keep in mind we are getting X-Men 97. I think next month, actually. I think it comes out. Yeah, I was so angry watching this. I was like, you assholes, you couldn't show me them in suit one goddamn time. Anyways, but I'm happy we're at least getting blue and gold, yellow and blue Wolverine. This is one of my favorite costumes of his. It looks great too. Like the costume, like that is one thing Marvel has just constantly nailed. Outside of Captain America's Avengers costume, but it's been the costumes. They fucking nailed them, and I'm hyped to see how the costume looks in motion and everything. But outside of, I'm trying to think, was there anything else I noticed? I don't think so. There is a Secret Wars comic.
Oh, by the way, they said this is how the mask will look in the mask for the movie.
Ooh,
okay, that's hot.
That's sexy. Okay, well then, yeah, I'm all for that. If you check at the shot with Deadpool laying on the ground there, with the sand around him, there is a Secret Wars issue 5 right there. So that's been what's been rumored, is that we're heading towards Secret Wars. I don't know when we're gonna get to Secret Wars, but Doctor Doom is a giant piece of that. I've been theorizing for a minute that Doctor Doom's going to invade Wakanda, and that's how they're going to introduce him to the MCU. We are still doing that Wakanda show. Yeah, there's the comic right there. Yeah. So there's a world where Doom shows up here. There's a world where he's mid-credit. There's a world where that guy that we're talking about earlier, that is a variant of Doom, but Doctor Doom's going to be in the MCU sooner rather than later. And Doctor Doom is such a cool fucking villain. And if they don't recast Kang, which, let me be clear, I would prefer they recast Kang and finish out that thread first before you move on to Doom, because Doctor Doom is way too strong of a character, I think, to be used as a substitute for anyone. He deserves his own, track to go ahead and build things out. But Secret Wars as an Avengers film would kick so much ass. So I don't know. Maybe this is the first steps to kind of set that up. But
what about you, Nick? Thoughts?
Because hearing that this is probably going to be another big cameo fest. It's going to be kind of the embodiment of, I think, what has been wrong with a lot of comic book films in the last couple years, movies that are less focused about telling their own stories and more just trying to remind you of, hey, remember this from this movie, remember this from that movie. But with the character like Deadpool, because he kind of exists so far outside of the traditional story structure of a lot of these comic book movies, it feels more natural that it is more meta, more self-referential. And I'm liking what I'm seeing in this trailer. The action, it looks as good as it ever has in these movies. I think the trademark sense of humor, it's still there. I love the joke where we're coming back to him and he's got this fucking bad toupee on.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Even in most of the scenes that you see with him and Matthew McFadden, you can still see bits of it on there.
The way they snatch it off too, like damn,
fuck out of
Oh, you
can still see the fucking bits of the wig on.
I thought this trailer was okay. You know, I think it's. I wasn't. After seeing it, after kind of coming into it a little bit hyped of like, okay, what are they going to show? I am glad they don't show everything of kind of what they got. They don't reveal all their cards there. It does worry me. Maybe it'll be a cameo fest. Like that's the new thing in superhero movies now. It's like multiverse and timeline, so we can introduce a bunch of cameos and we can do a bunch of post credit scenes there. And you know, are they going to try to fit all that in there in this? Because how long is this movie supposed to be?
It'll probably be 2.5 hours on it. Like the thing is, I think for what they're trying to do, wrap up the Fox canon, or at least condense it slightly proper, and making it a Deadpool adventure. And let me be clear, I don't think this is Ryan Reynolds' last time playing Deadpool at all. I think he gets to at least a Avengers film appearance. I know Ryan Reynolds kind of said he does want to wrap up the character, but I think it's way too tempting to be like, dude, like we'll get. So let me say this: we will get Ryan Reynolds alongside Tobey Maguire in an Avengers film before he wraps up the character. I think that's way too tempting of a carrot to dangle and not have him do that. With that said, if there is a movie that's going to kind of wrap all this up and start to condense it, Deadpool's kind of the perfect choice, because Deadpool's such an insane character, and you have 2 films with him prior, you can kind of start to go the more cameo heavy route. But as far, like, I will say, as far as the Cassandra Nova, I'm really curious how they're going to use her, because there's a world where you kill off Xavier, like in this timeline, you know, because as they did in Multiverse of Madness, you kill off Xavier, because I think we'll get a Patrick Stewart cameo, but you kill off Xavier here, and then like you could kill off multiple versions of X-Men characters, like the Fox proper ones, and then that's how you start to introduce like 1 or 2 new ones going into Secret Wars. So like you get your new Storm, you get your new Cyclops. So I think we'll have a couple new versions of characters that we're familiar of, that are like the prime versions of the characters heading into like this next phase. And then I think we get Tom Hiddleston and Deadpool at least having a conversation. I think we get a scene with them before it's all said and done as well.
Javon Good said, wonder where Domino and Cable are.
I would like to see Domino in this. It sounds like it's not going to happen. Just like that. Like, I mean, now with that said, a lot of these people are very great at lying. So Zazie Beetz could just completely full shit, you know? Like, I mean, Andrew Garfield swore on his mom's life that he wasn't in, No Way Home. So it's like, yeah, they could just be lying. But Zazie Beetz has said that, yeah, I haven't gotten a call, which if she hasn't, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah. And I liked her as Domino. I thought she was.
I did too.
As Domino. And then this scene looks a lot more uglier than I remember. But yeah.
I mean, it's a Fox budget. What are you gonna do? But also these movies, like, keep in mind that was also kind of part of the joke, is that they weren't super polished. And I think there is an actual charm to the Deadpool movies as far as like not being like street level's the wrong term to use, but I think you know what I mean. Kind of being a little more gritty, a little more grounded as far as like how it used violence, similar to conversation we had about Barry or Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Yeah,
and kind of having this like dirtier tone and look to it. I think that added to the charm of the Deadpool movies.
Yeah, agreed. So the fact that we are seeing blood though, because like Feige has sworn up and down, like this is an R-rated movie. This is an R-rated movie.
This is rated R movie. We hear, F-bombs in this. There's talk about pegging in here.
So, so again, all those people who are like, Marvel wouldn't go rated R, I told you so. I told you they would do it. So, but that actually gives me some confidence as far as like, other stuff like Daredevil and Punisher. Like if they're willing to go rated R for a large scale release like this, that maybe these other characters like Blade, like Daredevil, if Moon Knight comes back, maybe we could get these more in that Marvel spotlight realm, and have them be rated R. So this is actually very encouraging just on that alone. So
yeah, let me go through the chat real quick here. Ray from Charity said, just hope he kills Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner. And I think Jennifer Garner is confirmed to be back.
Yeah, apparently she's going to be back, which, I mean, and you know what, Affleck, that's more of a bad script. Like,
with a lot of Ben Affleck's superhero movie roles, it almost was never really on him.
Yeah, like in the director's cut of Daredevil does make that film better. Like, it is a better film after you watch the director's cut.
There's some good shots in this movie.
There are, yeah. I very comic booky, but I love that though. Could have done without the Evanescence and him sleeping in the crypt, but
dude, fuck right off. The Evanescence was the best part of the movie.
Oh, you stop right now. and I love Evanescence, but it's such a 2000s movie. In that
let's see what we're getting in the chat here. We also said, I'm guessing Javon said, I'm guessing Patrick Stewart will be the professor again. I'm guessing Patrick Stewart will be the professor again, maybe because in Deadpool 2 it was James McAvoy. Yeah, there was that scene in Deadpool 2 where he walks into the X Mansion and it's a bunch of the characters from the
it's them just like nope.
Yeah, it's the characters from the prequel trilogy and everything like that. And then you have like Evan Peters. You have
Nicholas Hoult in the Beast makeup, which he was almost never in that during those movies.
Yeah.
Oh man, he went out of his way to be like, can we not have me be blue like at all?
Yeah.
And Nicholas Holt's great too. I mean, but he's gonna be getting that Lex Luthor money though, so I don't think you probably won't see him.
Yeah, this was the scene right here.
Let's do anyway. Around to snap.
They're like, ugh, close the door, this fucking weirdo.
Right? Just like get the fuck out of
Colossus. Let Colossus deal with this fucker.
Yeah. Let's see also here. Let's see. Javon says he wants Gambit to be in it. Finally gets a good game.
I want Channing Tatum. I want C Tates. I want that Gambit. Give me C Tates. If Channing Tatum's Gambit shows up and this is a low tune in by default, like I can't go under, I can't go below that, because if they have the balls to put Channing Tatum's Gambit in this, I would be so happy.
Watch it be Taylor Kitsch.
I come on. Why are you trying to don't God, if they do that, I'm gonna just text you and be like, you suck.
Fuck you.
Like, God damn it, Nick, why are you ruining my dream? But it is crazy that we've had all these X-Men films and there's only been one Gambit appearance. Like, that's so insane to me. But yeah, I'm excited for this. It gives you just enough to get excited. It doesn't give everything away in the first trailer, which thank fuck, actually leaving some suspense. And yeah, we've got 5 months ish until this comes out. So yeah, don't give everything away. It's okay, Papa Feige. You can edge me. It's okay. It's okay. Take your time. But I'm excited though. This will be fun.
Yeah, July 26th. This year coming out.
Same. And if nothing else, the marketing leading up to the movie is going to be fun because we're already seeing it on Twitter. Ryan Reynolds has tweeted out, it's like, wait till you see our popcorn bucket.
Yeah, which was a great fucking
Hugh Jackman posted an edited poster for Wolverine and asshole.
Yeah. So
Well, it's funny because I don't know if there's a celebrity that's better at marketing their projects, movie wise, than Ryan Reynolds. Like between that and
there really isn't, and I think him because this movie is directed by Sean Levy, who directed Free Guy, who directed the Adam Project for him, and I feel like those two are kind of a match made in heaven as far as like their sensibilities and their senses of humor.
Yeah, and I dug both those movies. And the thing about Reynolds is that when he trusts, like, and he's talked about it, like when he trusts someone, like he keeps them in house. And Reynolds is that level of celebrity where he can work with whoever the fuck he wants to at this point. And so, like the fact that Sean Levy's getting a Deadpool film and they're able to keep it rated R, like that's a big deal considering that we haven't gotten a lot of R-rated stuff from Marvel. So. I'm really excited to see how how fucked up they get with this. The marketing leading up to it, like the press circuit, will just be a joy. It's gonna be so much fun to see what they have in store as we continue towards July.
Yeah. Ray from the Truth said the 20th Century Fox logo buried in sand reminds me of the Statue of Liberty at the end of the OG Planet of the Apes. Odds and favorite David saying you really blew it up.
That would be fantastic if we drops that.
So yeah, Deadpool 3. I started talking for that. That's why I talked for the trailers and the Super Bowl. Thank you guys for joining me for such a late night, man. Much appreciated there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead and rate somebody. Hunter, let people know where they can find you, man. What you got going on?
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna be on Twitch tomorrow morning at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. I'm going to be talking about the Super Bowl, going more in depth with it, breaking this trailer down more, and then I'm going to be reviewing. Actually, I don't think I'm reviewing anything tomorrow. And then Wednesday, I'm going to be doing a review of an Atlanta episode for the Black Cinema Showcase, and then Thursday, I'm going to be helping out on the Nerd Rejects podcast, so I'll be posting that on my socials, and then you can follow me on Twitch now at twitch.tv/TheRealPineapple. That's REEL Pineapple. You can find me on YouTube at The Real Pineapple. You can go ahead and shoot an email to the podcast. You can email me at jhunter at therealpineapple.com. Oh god, I know I'm forgetting shit. Blue Sky, realpineapple.bsky.social. You can find me on TikTok at jhunterrealpineapple, as well as Instagram, and you can follow me on Letterboxd at Black Shazam. Please rate, share, like, subscribe. It definitely helps me out. And then you can find the podcast pretty much wherever you listen to podcasts: SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, TuneUp, and Samsung Podcast, to name a few.
Nick, where can you find?
All right, you can find me on all social medias: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Letterboxd at Night and Day Nick.
Awesome. We do have a stream coming up tomorrow. I'm doing a stream with Sage from Radio Infant Maturity, who stopped by in the chat. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for letting us know we had a great show, and good night to you as well. And thank you, Javon Good, for the 40 bus. Thank you for showing up as well. Much appreciated. Thank you, everybody who stopped by, everybody who lurked. So yeah, we're gonna be doing a stream tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're gonna be doing a review for Afro Samurai there on Twitch, twitch.tv/AfroTune. We're also gonna be doing a review coming up this upcoming Friday. We're gonna be doing Bob Marley One Love and Madam Web. The Web Connects Us All. Gonna do a review of that Friday.
Oh Christ.
This weekend, probably do something with Brandon, who's also been on the show before. Probably do Kung Fu Panda 2 there before
Nice. Hell yeah.
4 comes out. So do a review for that. And we have to figure out a time when we're going to do book 3 of Avatar, Last Airbender. Me and Nick do review that before the live action series.
Ooh, let's go.
Yeah, and I also want to give a review for Moon Girl and the Devil Dinosaur. Do a review for that. Finally do.
Yes. Oh wait, let me know when you do that, because I love that show.
Okay. Yeah, we'd love to have you on there, Hunter. As always, always a big supporter of the show. Try to be a big supporter of you as well. If you want to follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky, all the Afternoon Tune. Just type that in and you'll be able to find us. If you want to send us an email, you can do so at theafternoon@gmail.com. We're streaming on Twitch, twitch.tv/afternoon tune every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. They're usually 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Trying to get to 400 followers by the end of February. That'd be great if we do that. If we reach 400 followers or hit 350 by the end of February there, or before the live action Avatar series comes out, we will review M. Night Shyamalan's Avatar: The Last Airbender. We will review that.
Oh God, why?
Yeah, we will do that there. So we will do that. YouTube.com, The Afternoon Tune. Follow us there. Drop in reviews, discussions pretty much every day there on our channel, YouTube.com, The Afternoon Tune. Type that in and you'll be able to follow us there. And check that. Trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. That's our next goal there. Trying to hit that. We're at trying to get to 1,100. So trying to get to 2,000. That'd be awesome. I'm going to send you all over to Riri right now. Also a big supporter of us. Shouts us out a lot. So much love to her. Again, thank you everybody for showing up in the chat. Thank you to Hunter. Thank you to Nick. So I will see you guys whenever I can there. Nick, I'll see you very soon then.
All righty.
All right, baby. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Awesome stuff. All right. Thanks, man. I'll let you know, man.
All right, man.
All right, take care.
You too.